What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Tiege Hanley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tiege Hanley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, friends and family? How y'all feel today? It is Friday. This is one of the rare times that the week it seems like just went by super fast. Super fast. It is Friday, June 6th, 2025, year of our Lord. And we in the building. I get a little bit discombobulated when I be streaming from the crib on the Millionaire Morning Show. What up, friends? How y'all feeling? Did y'all enjoy the show last night? The show was pretty fire last night. I ain't gonna lie. Man, look, I truly believe that God has put these people into my life. Molly, Mika, Slimmy, Q Diddy, Kim, 2K, Carrie, Island Girl Q. I feel like you can't get any more divine than that. I would like to take credit for curating and selecting the right people to surround me with, but I got to give the credit to God because it got to be divine. I mean, I think that I'm a pretty good person as far as like being able to identify talent. I did pretty good when it came to the people that work for me and the people that even work for me in corporate America. But it's like it's like shooting 98 out of 100. You know what I'm saying? It's too accurate because it's not even just like the fact that they dope. It's the fact that everybody got their own personality. Everybody just mesh well. Some people pop out on certain subjects. Other people pop out on other subjects, and they all understand the assignment. That's the biggest thing. They all understand the assignment. They all like nobody on no ego type shit as far as like, what's happening behind the scenes. Ain't nobody beefing. Don't nobody got no smoke for each other. Ain't nobody trying to one up each other. It's just all focus, 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 focus. And it's just like, bam, you can't really get a better lineup of people that just understand the assignment and is playing their role and getting to it. What's up, K Cooper? What up, Onaka? Your car is in the building. C Diggs, Miss Freckles. I see Molly here. Got Flavor One is in the building. Let me also say, all right, when 2K suggested Comic Con outfit. Let me also say that dang, you made me forget what my train of thought was. I don't even remember what I was about to say. Oh, I know what I was about to say. Let me do a little bit of housekeeping. So number one, Tiege Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. Make sure you guys get it. Ladies, get it for the fellas. Fellas, don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. Tiege Hanley is truly a phenomenal product. They've been rocking with us for a long time. We might have the longest Tiege sponsorship in history. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all rock out. That Laportier made you forget. Listen, I don't care how y'all feel about Shannon Sharp. What happened to Shannon Sharp? We'll get to that. I got to get to the housekeeping. I might have to pull out my Apple, my iPad to keep track of what I want to say when I want to say it, because I'll be forgetting what I want to say sometimes because I'll be having 1,000 things on my mind all at the same time. But Tiege Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. Also, make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. We got an upcoming live stream this Monday. We did a live stream last Monday that I thought was really, really valuable for you guys. So I would like for you guys to get all of the value and extract it. Once we, get super serious, I want y'all to extract all of the value that you can. And housekeeping for the chat. All right. I do this every once in a while to make sure that I do housekeeping for the chat. And it's really only like a couple rules. I don't like rules. I hate rules. I think that rules are stupid because rules are created for people that can't keep themselves together. So it's really only a couple main rules. Like, anybody could say what they want to say. I encourage people to engage in the chat. I look at the chat as my co-host for the show. Don't be disrespectful towards people's kids and families. And have fun. Really, that's it. Just have fun. I joke back and forth with the chat. You guys joke back and forth with me, and it's all in good fun. And so we have a good time. I will also say, new rule, I give priority to people that have profile pictures and not profile pictures of their shoes or some arm or something like that. I give priority to people that have profile pictures of themselves. So, going forward, if you want acknowledgement and you're not super chatting, then I'm giving priority to the profile pictures. Also, don't tell me you had a Biden moment of forgetting. I forget stuff all the time when I got 1,000 things on my mind. Because I could be looking at a bad chick and then I'll forget all about you and be like, dang, she bad as hell. Anyways, also on top of that, I was saying, I think it was yesterday or was it the day before, and I was saying that I'm about to start moving most of my resources, like my random income, right? You get sponsorship money, or you might do some coaching calls, or when people support the platform and stuff like that on Cash App or PayPal or Venmo. I'm about to start moving everything into crypto. Like when I get a payment or something like that, I think I'm gonna just transfer it straight into crypto. And I'm not even gonna make it complicated. Like, I think I'm gonna just start doing it on the platforms themselves. Like, if you go on to PayPal or you go on to Cash App and stuff like that, then you could just transfer it straight into crypto. So I think that we need to start having alternative ways which we handle money. It'd be too much money going out the window. Like, it's too much random money floating all around that I think that a lot of times we as consumers, we don't really account for. You know what I'm saying? It'd be there, so you just order it. And I came to that conclusion yesterday because I was looking at my daughter's credit card, or I was looking at my credit card that my daughter is an authorized user on. And I was trying to figure out, where did this charge come from? And where did this charge come from? So I called her because I don't really care. I think she's pretty responsible. So I called her and I said, hey, did you make this charge? And she was like, no. But so much money flow back and forth that I don't even know if a card number is stolen or anything like that. So every few months, I even change out my cards and stuff like that. So I think that we just got to be a little bit more mindful. But I think that the best move going forward is if you get some random monies or something like that, don't go spend it. Throw it into crypto. Go and buy you some Bitcoin. Go and buy you some Bitcoin. Let me read some of y'all super chats and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. It's Friday, so it's y'all day. I'm letting y'all determine a lot of the subjects that I talk about today. Shout out to my dog Mike. That dude says CCM sauce. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate you, Mike. That dude. So, like for example, Mike, that dude, cash at me and said he appreciate the show and the sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna immediately throw that into crypto. That way I don't spend it. You still haven't bought Bitcoin. Dave Ramsey influenced you on that. I think that Dave Ramsey is right about his philosophy, his investment philosophy. The idea is just that if you don't understand something, and I've largely been an advocate for this also, if you don't understand something, then don't invest in it. Only invest in things that you understand. Do the research. Kelvin Grant says, what made you do a 360 on crypto? I never did a 360 on crypto. I didn't understand it. I don't listen. My investment philosophy is this. I don't invest in things that I don't understand. I think that I've done maybe 2 years of research now to where I feel comfortable looking at it as an investment vehicle or a way to diversify my portfolio to where I protect myself in other ways. So it's not that I don't like stuff or that I don't agree with stuff. I don't understand it. And I don't care if it take me 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to do the research on it before I can start speaking about it. If somebody can't explain it to me, and this is the same way that y'all need to look at it. Don't just buy into something because somebody said that this is what they're doing. I don't care what happened. If you do not understand it, and I got this investment philosophy from Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett largely stood on the idea that for a long time, he never invested in Apple. Now, he's one of the most famed investors of all time, him and Charlie Munger. And the reason that he didn't invest in Apple is, well, he eventually did invest in Apple. But at the time, he didn't understand it. And so I need y'all, this is another thing that I want y'all to understand, and then we're going to get started with the show. I need y'all to do this. Stop thinking that we have a bad habit of pretending like we know. Follow me here, y'all. We have a bad habit of if we don't understand something, we don't want to seem like we stupid. And so we just gonna go along with the get along gang. And that's how we find ourselves in a situationship. If I ask somebody, hey man, how do you day trade? How does it make sense? Oh man, you just hit this and you do this and you put a stop right here. It's like, no. I need to understand why I'm doing. The word of God says, in everything you do, I'm going to talk about Tesla today. In everything you do, get understanding. We go into jobs. We act like we know because we don't want to seem like we the stupid one in the room. Man, everybody in that room don't even know what the fuck is going on. But we'll pretend like we know because, and I'm not saying embarrass yourself or say something out loud. What I am saying is seek to gain an understanding. Write it down, record it, put it in AI. Go and get some insight behind the scenes from the person that talked about it. They'd be happy to help you. Like, we have to start being more mindful. We have to start being more proactive and follow up on things. Don't go and buy stuff just because everybody else is. I don't care if everybody get rich. Fear of missing out, FOMO, is a real thing. People get their head cracked like that. People jump into stuff, they don't have no clue of what they're talking about. Y'all take advice from people that ain't even doing it themselves. That's called minding your own business. We have to be a lot more intentional, right? We have to be more intentional. Kelvin Grant says buying crypto this year won't give you much gains. It's not about getting gains this year. And see, that's why I had to do the research myself, because other people jumping into stuff, they have their own reasons. You running your own race. You're running your own race. I'm my own individual. He's his own individual. He got his own reasons. I got my reasons. I didn't become successful because I was so quick to pull the trigger. I became successful because I was intentional in understanding what I invest in. And contrary to popular belief, There's never going to be a shortage of investments or opportunities. So don't ever have the fear of missing out. Don't ever have the fear of missing out. Every investment that we make is a 10-year, 8-year, 10-year, 9-year, 8 years, whatever it is. We looking at this from the we play long game. Me investing in real estate, I haven't spent a dime of my real estate money ever. Since 2010, I've never spent a dime of real estate money. I've always rolled it back into paying off the mortgages. And once I got the ability to completely pay off the properties themselves, rolled it into new properties and all of that. Why? Because I understand the game. I did the research. I understand the different ways in which you make money in real estate. I know that flipping is stupid. So when I seen people going to those conferences because, oh man, we gonna flip some properties, I'm like, man, they some fools. They just jumping on the bandwagon like everybody else. Everybody, they do the same thing all the time. It's always a new flip. It's always a new scheme. It's always something new to get into. First, it used to be box trucks, right? And then the people in the trucking industry was like, man, what y'all doing? Then it was, everybody go get your certs. We're gonna become coders. That shit died off, right? Nobody is buying box trucks anymore. Nobody is trying to buy their own trucks and get in the trucking no more. Why? Because it was a fad. It wasn't that the people that understand it, they still making money on it. But the people that just got into it for a quick buck, they always gonna be getting into stuff for a quick buck. They always gonna get into stuff for a quick, but that's why they didn't like my advice. Anton, man, I just want to get my feet in the door. Should I just go and get a quick, take a quick coding class, a 3-week coding class? I said, no, man, if this is what you really want, then you need to go and invest in yourself and stay working your job, enroll in community college, take the classes, go and get your degree so that you'll be able to, elevate and level up into the levels that you wouldn't normally have access to if you didn't have a degree. That way, if you get a promotion and not sitting there looking at you like, nah, I can't really do it. But people are so quick to try to do it. And the way that I kind of make sense of it, right? And we're going to get into the show shortly. The way that I kind of make sense of it is this. A lot of people think like, oh man, I'm going to get on the social media wave late. I got to hurry up and jump on the latest platform. I'm going to get on Blue Sky. I'm going to get on Threads and all of that stuff. A lot of that stuff die out, but I don't look at it that way. I've stopped posting on Instagram. I crossed the 100,000 mark, 100,000 followers on Instagram. I looked at it this morning and I stopped completely posting on Instagram. Oh man, you need to continue to go. You're growing. You got a movement on Instagram. I said, bro, Instagram don't even pay no money. You can't, Instagram ain't no money over there. I was late to Instagram because I didn't see the value of just posting pictures for the sake of fucking posting pictures. I'm like, what y'all doing on Instagram? What is that? What's the point? Where's the money at? I need to understand it. I need to understand where the money is. And I look at it from this lens, right? I say, well, what if I was born in 2010 or 2005, right? And that means that I would be 20 years old today. And this is how I kind of parent my daughter. That would mean I would be in 2010, you would be around what, 19, 20 years old, right? And so, well, no, I'm sorry. 2010, what is it? 2025, you will be 15. So let's say you was born in 2005. And let's say you would be, 20 years old or something like that, right? For somebody that was born in 2005, that's just now starting to get on social media, it would be new to them. Or if you was born in 2008, 2009 or whatever, and you starting to take social media seriously, it would be new to you, right? It would be brand new to you. So you would be starting off from scratch and you would be building up your following and you would be doing it from that perspective, right? And so, for example, my daughter, a lot of people keep telling me, oh, Anton, I see people trying to push their kids into be stars, trying to get their kids so much clout. Your kids got to grow up too fast. I tell my daughter, hey, listen, be a kid for as long as you possibly can. All this visibility, all of this shit, it don't even mean nothing. It don't even mean anything because I start when I start. And when I start, I'm going to run the race to win. Nobody is ahead of you. You're running your own race. There's always going to be new investments. There's always going to be new technologies. There's no shortage of stuff to get in. You didn't miss out on anything. As long as you're making informed decisions, As long as you're making informed decisions, then you will be fine. You will do well. You will be fine. You will be well. Stop trying to push people to do things. Stop trying to get ahead of the game. Stop trying to jump on the bandwagon. Stop doing any of that stuff. You run your own race. Learn to understand what you're investing yourself into and stop focusing on what everybody else is doing. You are in your own space, in your own race. It's a lot of people that jumped out ahead of me. When I went broke in 2008, it's a lot of people that would seem like they was doing so much better than me. I was like, at first I was like, man, I'm behind and whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you compared yourself to the people that was online or your peers or whatever, it seemed like everybody was doing well. And I shut all of that shit down. I got off the internet. I literally got off the internet and I just focused on running my own race. So I got to focus. I got to focus. I was, watching everybody else, but I wasn't interested in having a social media platform at that time. I said, when I'm coming back, when I get myself together, it's got to be for a marketing purpose. It's got to feed into what it is that I'm already doing. That's when I decided, you know what, this YouTube thing, this is sweet. I think I can market myself and separate myself from everybody else in order to level up in corporate America and document the journey. And so that's what I started doing. And then eventually it evolved over time. As I evolved, I evolved. And it became whatever it is that's coming. You're not behind. You're not behind. I'm ahead of everybody. Biggest YouTuber in my city. Biggest YouTuber in my city. And some people say, well, so what? That's not a big deal. It's only in your city. It's a big deal to me. It's meaningful to me. It's very meaningful. It's other YouTubers in other cities or maybe outside of Detroit or in Michigan or in another city in Miami. Man, you wouldn't be able to compete in Miami. I'm competing right here. I'm exactly where I want to be, where I need to be, and I'm winning. I'm winning in every way, shape, or form. I'm winning. I don't care about whatever. I am running my own race, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna win. So don't worry about what everybody else got going on, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Don't worry about what everybody else is going on. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat kicking it with us. But if you do not have a profile photo, I don't see you. I don't see you. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let me read some of these super chats. Victor Williams says, morning family, for the dust buckets, focus on work today. We don't need any derailments. I like derailments. Dre with the K says, Trump and Elon had the market going crazy yesterday, took advantage and made some money. I didn't pay attention to I didn't care about the markets because I don't go based off of rumors. I don't go based off of how people feel. The markets eventually correct themselves and get back to normal. That's for people that's in the day trading and stuff like that. That short-term mindset. I look at the fundamentals of the company. We teach it a little bit differently in the Patreon. Lachansky Jones says, good morning, AD. Do you think this will damage us in the midterms? One thing I've learned about content, social media, and all of that is in 3 weeks, we'll be focusing on something completely different and we'll have a completely different news cycle. We don't even talk about Shannon Sharp no more. People not even really interested in the Diddy trial no more. People don't even care about remember when Diddy's trial first popped off or when Diddy first got arrested or the accusations? Diddy went through 3 cycles. He's going to go through 4 though. The first cycle was the initial lawsuit. See, oh my God. The second cycle was, when the tape dropped and then eventually he got arrested. The third cycle is right now, oh my God, the Diddy trial is starting. Let's focus on it again. Then it dies off again. It dies off. And then the fourth one is going to be when he eventually gets his verdict of whether he's guilty or he's not guilty. And then people going to move on. People going to move on. It's always a new story. So I don't think it's going to damage in the midterms. I don't think anybody cares. Florida Panoramic says, what up? Sent you an email about podcaster Stephen Bartlett rejecting a $100 million deal. What's your thoughts? I need to figure it out. All right, let me write that down. He says Stephen Bartlett. All right, I'll look into that. This is y'all show. This is a Friday show, so I'm gonna talk about different things that y'all want to talk about. My drywall guy saying good morning. What up to the drywall guy? They call me Mr. Bibbs. I'm actually in the painting process of the property that I was telling y'all about. Oh, can I show y'all a picture of the outside of what it looks like right now? Got the garage door put on. I gotta upload this footage from the vlog. This is currently what it looks like right now. All right, so that's the progress of the latest rental property that we build in single family homes. That was taken on 8:57 on Wednesday. 8:57 on Wednesday. All right. So I'll drop that vlog for y'all and I'll give y'all some insight on what's going on. What up, Maurice? I appreciate you. O'Reilly Automotive stock split 15-for-1 on June 10th. Stocks, biggest stock split of 2025. I'm not really fucking with O'Reilly Automotive stock. I'm not doing it. I don't care what the split is. I don't care what the split is. I'm not fucking with O'Reilly Automotive. Definitely excited for the next stock club. Shout out to all of the bag chasers. Shout out to Brando. I appreciate you. Slim Jimmy says Trump versus Elon is like Steve Rogers versus Tony Stark. That's a fair comparison. Poor Legacy says precious metals with birch, gold, silver, etc. Shout out to Poor Legacy. Call Me Mr. Bibb says Molly was looking cute in that hat last night. Molly always looked cute. Stephen Butler says, morning, AD, just wanted to pop in and show appreciation for you and the greatest morning show ever created. Thank you, Stephen Butler. I appreciate you. What are your thoughts on silver, AD? It's a very undervalued compared to gold right now. I don't do precious metals. You're depending on the value of precious metals to go up and down based off of what happens in the economy and based off of what's going on with inflation and all of these other factors. And so I like companies that generate revenue and profit and ultimately, maybe do an initial public offering or something like that. So I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. It's a hedge against what happens in the economy and inflation, but I'm not really into silver. AD, did you go into coins on the Patreon? If you did, which one is it? So I can go and watch it. I can better understand coins a little more. I didn't. Talking about meme coins? Is that what you're talking about? Millionaire Manual says deep diving into Bitcoin on Patreon in the future. Yeah, I'm going to share everything that I've learned and that I can explain it from a C student's perspective. I don't think that people give an accurate description or an accurate understanding of what it is. People just say, get into it. This is what the price of it. This is what the value of it is. But we doing AI. AI is going to be the next live stream on Monday. Spacer says, come on over to Futures Market OG. The homie Raz Q taught me about it, and I once 30x my $200 investment in 1 hour. Everybody's I know that's in the day trading says it's the easiest to understand. Okay, so who's the losers? You know how I'm not saying that it's a bad thing or a good thing. All right. Have y'all ever kicked it with people that sports bet or gamble or something like that? I will tell you this. They never show the losses. They never show the losses. Why don't we talk about the other side when we talk about this? And then again, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. If you know what you're doing, do your thing. But who are the people that are the losers? And why don't people ever talk about their L's? I'm not talking about the people here, Melly Mel. I'm talking about the day trade. I'm talking about the people that try to convince me to get into it. Why don't they ever show their losses? Because I want to know what both sides is. I don't want to just see what the wins are. Somebody said I'm taking big L's this week. See what I'm saying? I have yet personally, and this is what this you listen, y'all will convince me when I see somebody show me the receipts of how they got rich. I will start to consider it if somebody tells me or show me that you got rich, and then I will start to consider it. I show my receipts. I need other people to show me the receipts. If y'all show me, okay, listen, I got 2 M's. See, Prince Warren Angel says, no, bro, if you know how to day trade, it's all up. So y'all niggas should be rich already then, right? So then that means y'all should be rich. If it's all up, if it's up 100%, then that means that y'all should be rich, right? Is it all up? It's up 100% of the time? That means that y'all should be getting, that means y'all got it. Aristotle was my guy. Aristotle was my guy. That's the only person I know that actually got it in real life. That's the only person I know that actually got it in real life. Where's the, I don't know any, and I just met Aristotle like in person. I just met him in person, but he really got it. Where are the people that are rich? You say, yeah, you getting rich. Okay, well, when you get rich, then tell me about it, and then we can talk about it. After that, then I'll believe it. I need to see it. I need to see y'all go from 0 to everything. That's what I need to see. Let me see what else we got. Good afternoon, Time Dog. Can't wait to after hours. Yeah, we got after hours tonight. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. Shout out to Majestic James. Courtney Egger Show says, not gonna lie, AD, that message helped me, fam. I have my moments about my platform. You remind me to keep my head down and keep working. Just keep going, bro. Keep going. RJV says, seen a short segment about Chinese colleges, students smuggling fungus harmful to us, to U.S. agriculture. Yeah, I did a story on that yesterday. Amazon got auto parts in a chokehold. Shout out to, yeah, they do. Uncut Underground. Shout out to Ty. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. Law says, salute to the chasers on my way back from a tech conference in San Fran. This city is a wop. You went out to San Fran? Oh, man. I know you got some zesties out there. I know it's some zesties out there in them streets. Thank y'all for continuing to hold me down. All right, y'all, let's get into the show. What we got going on? All right, so y'all suggested Steve Bartlett. Somebody suggested this to me yesterday. This is Friday. On Friday, I'm a little bit more malleable, so I like to talk about the things that y'all gonna talk about. We got to get into the Trump situation. We got to get into the Tesla market price. Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's go to Chicago. All right. Somebody told me about this yesterday, and they said it was a Chicago police officer that died and got shot, and that I needed to talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it. We also got to get into Antoine Massey, because I heard that he posted another Instagram picture. All right. So again, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get to it.
5, we are following breaking news. A Chicago police officer shot and killed late last night. In the last hour, a procession escorted the officer's body to the medical examiner's office. We've now learned that officer was a 36-year-old mother and was a 4-year veteran of the force. Superintendent Larry Snelling described her as vibrant and fearless.
We turn now to our Darius Johnson, who's live outside the 6th District Police Station with the very latest on this. Darius.
Hey there, ladies. Good morning to you. This is where that fallen officer worked for the past 4 years, right here, the 6th District at 78th and Halsted. She was well known among her team, and this morning, the department and those here at the 6th District are now mourning. Overnight, Superintendent Larry Snelling spoke about her, saying she showed up every day hardworking, bold, and dedicated to protecting others. Take a look at this video. It was around 9:50 last night when Chicago police made an investigatory stop at 82nd and Drexel in the Chatham neighborhood. Officers believe this suspect was armed. When they approached, the suspect ran into a nearby apartment. Once officers got inside, police say they were confronted by a second person pointing a rifle at them. During that, an officer fired their weapon, and that's when the 36-year-old female officer was shot. Fellow officers put her in a patrol car and rushed her to the hospital. But on the way, that vehicle caught fire due to a mechanical issue. She was then moved to another vehicle and taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where sadly she died. Outside the hospital just before 3 o'clock this morning, Mayor Brandon Johnson and Superintendent Larry Snelling spoke about her life and her sacrifice. She leaves behind a family, friends, and a young child.
It's a brutal thing to know that your offspring, because to a parent, no matter how old your children get, they're still always your children. And for a mother to lose her daughter like that, knowing that she was trying to do the right thing every single day, that she was protecting lives, that she was a hero, and she lost her life tragically, doing the job that she loved.
Chicago police say there are several people in custody this morning. One of those people believed to be the person who was inside the apartment with that rifle confronting officers. Detectives tell us they are still working to confirm exactly who fired that deadly shot that killed this female officer. 3 weapons were recovered at the scene, and in the meantime, Chicago police tell us they are still investigating this morning after this incident happened at 10 o'clock last night. One thing that they are still waiting on, they're still waiting to get a search warrant to get inside that apartment to be able to conduct and gather more evidence. Of course, this is a developing story. This is a breaking story. We're going to continue to be on this throughout the day as we continue to learn more about this female officer, as well as what exactly led to her final call. And ladies, I just have to say, this is another sad loss for the 6th District after they have lost an officer just in the last year.
So who told me that Chicago's crime was down? Who told me that Chicago's crime was down? Because y'all keep telling me that, oh no, Brandon Johnson reported that the numbers was down. No, the crime is being underreported. They still in there with rifles. They still in there with switches. They still in there doing everything that they want to do. And now it's the women that's died. This is not the first Chicago police officer that's a woman that died on Brandon Johnson's watch. Police officers suffer casualties, maiming, and death more than the actual civilians they police. But we'll sit here and create this narrative and say, no. Police officers, they're so evil. They're the ones that are taking over our communities. They are the ones that getting their head blown off. And now that we have diversity, equity, and inclusion, now that we've allowed women to step into the roles of men because they wanted to do these jobs, now that they said that they just as good as us, and I'm not saying this as a result of her dying, but I am saying this as a result of the culture. Now there are 36-year-old women with children getting their heads chopped off, getting their heads blown off on the south side of Chicago. See, they're not going to tell you that on the news. They're not going to have that conversation because they got to be politically correct. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to say nothing that I don't mean, and I mean everything that I said. Women are getting their heads cracked, their chest cavities with whole bullet holes going through them. Because they don't have the support of our legislature, right? They don't have the support of their own city, their own mayors. They're understaffed, over 2,000 police officers. Their budgets are shot. It's a sanctuary city. They give validation to the criminals and try to do preventative services instead of going in there, busting heads, taking names, and having and requiring for people to snitch on the people that's doing the worst in the community. Nope, but they going in there with their hair in the bun. They do their training. They trying to figure it out. And now they out here getting their heads cracked in. And it's casualty after casualty after casualty. Bro, I've done more stories on police officers that are dying in Chicago than anywhere else in the United States of America over the time that I've had the Millionaire Morning Show. I've done more stories of police officers dying. See, and let me tell you something else. They're not going to have this conversation. Nobody is, look, if it was a white cop that killed a black man on the south side of Chicago in the exact same way, we would have a protest. If it was a white cop that had took out a black man, we would be protesting. We don't even give a fuck about women no more. We don't care about women anymore. We don't care about no women. We don't care about none of that. Women police officer, oh, she just a cop like everybody else now. We don't care. We don't care nothing about them. You know why? Because once you hate one group, then everybody is a part of the narrative. Everybody fit the description. This is a mother that probably shouldn't even have been out there in the first place. Gone forever. Because you had a YN, and I guarantee you, let's find out. Let's see if we can figure out who the suspect is. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let's deep dive.
Chicago police say they have several people in custody after one of their own officers was shot and killed. Investigators say their 6th District tactical team was out patrolling right before 10 o'clock last night when the shooting took place.
10-1, 82nd and 10-1, 82nd and Drexel, shots fired at the police. All units head over there, 82nd and Drexel, 10-1, shots fired at the police.
Police say officers tried to stop a person near 82nd and Drexel who was believed to be armed. That's when the suspect ran off into a nearby building. Officers say they chased the suspect into the building where they were confronted by another person who was armed, and then shots were fired. Superintendent Snelling gave an update on the shooting investigation.
At some point, the officer discharged a weapon. Our officer was struck. She was then transported by assisting units to the hospital here, where she later succumbed to her wounds.
We know a second officer was also injured in the wrist and was taken to the hospital. That officer is expected to be okay. Investigators also say that they found 3 guns at the scene. Once again, police are confirming that they have multiple people in custody. That is the latest outside of Police District 6. Lisette Nunez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Lisette, appreciate it. Thank you. There was a police procession to the medical examiner's office about an hour ago.
Christian Picos is there with more on this story. Christian.
Tanya Trill, Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling says the fallen 6th District police officer had been with the department for 4 years and was a mother to a young daughter. He says she worked tirelessly to keep Chicago safe. Now, earlier this morning, a massive and somber Chicago police procession transported the fallen officer from the hospital where she was taken after she was shot to the Cook County Medical Examiner's office. You can see countless Chicago police squad cars with their blue lights on surrounding the medical examiner's office. Officers could also be seen comforting one another during this very difficult time. Superintendent Snelling says earlier this morning he shared more about this fallen officer.
She was a mom. She was a mom. A young officer, 36 years old, and 4 years on the job, who was working hard, working extremely hard in the 6th District to get guns off the street, to save lives.
Back here live outside of the medical examiner's office this morning, Snelling also says the department has to be strong for this fallen officer's family as these officers continue to patrol Chicago.
I think they should let them police themselves. That's what I think should happen. I think that since people hate police officers so much, that they should let them police themselves. I don't think that there should be anybody that is looking to become a police officer in a sanctuary city or in a Democrat city or in a city that is underfunded and that has a budget deficit and they can't properly support their police officers. I think that people need to just walk away. Real talk. If you are a police officer in Chicago, Los Angeles, any of these cities that they don't give a fuck about you, then I think that you need to be walking away. Ladies, it's time to walk away from diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's time to stop saying that we want to be paid and we want to do the same jobs as men. Nah, you straight. Go ahead and head back to that call center, baby girl. Go ahead and go back to the bedroom. I think that women belong in the bedroom. Is that wrong to say? That women belong in the kitchen and the bedroom? She could have been cooking. She could have been cooking some eggs, bacon, turkey bacon. That's cool. Waffle maker, get you all of the tools that you need. You said not in the kitchen? What's wrong with the kitchen? Ain't nobody coming in the kitchen. Ain't nobody coming in the kitchen. What's wrong with the kitchen? Let me tell you something, bro. This is my logic behind it, all right? And then I'm gonna move over to the next story. I'm gonna read super chats. I'm gonna move over to the next story, right? This is my logic behind it. I believe that women belong in our bedrooms, not in the streets. And this is the logic behind it, right? When I see women get killed in the line of duty, get electrocuted as trying to be an lineman, when I look down at the construction workers right here, let me show y'all the construction workers. When I look down at these guys, when I look down at all of the construction workers that's building our city, you see those little men moving around, walking around out there? You see them? See them in the cranes. They in the cranes and stuff, and they down there. And occasionally, I'll see a woman stroll on by, and then she'll be struggling a little bit more. She'll be trying to hold the cables, and the guys will just be walking normal. And she's like this. She's walking like a penguin because she's struggling to do the same thing that men are doing. You know what I think in my mind? You know what I think in my mind when I see that? I think to myself, I would never, ever, ever put my girl in that position. I'm not saying that she can't work. I'm saying that she got to do a woman's job. I don't know where we got so off track to where we're just so gender fluid and everybody can do everything that everybody does. No, they can't. They can't. That's how I see it. That's how I justify it. This has nothing to do with me being chauvinistic. This has nothing to do with me feeling like men are better than women. No, I think that men are better than women in certain things, and I think that women are better than men in certain things, and that there are gender roles, and that no woman should even be in a position that a man is in, and no man should desire to be in a position that a woman is in. And so if I wouldn't put my daughter out there, I would never let my daughter be a police officer. If I would not put my girl out there, I would never let my girl be a police officer. If I would not put my girl out there in these streets, patrolling when it's cold, trying to get through the snow, running in with her sidearm, trying to wrangle up a grown YN with dreads on, man, get out there. What are you doing? Man, get out from out of there. Come wake up to these views. Come see the whole city. Let me go out there. I'll go and kill it. You just cook it. If I kill it, will you cook it? If I go out there and secure it, can you at least cook it and knock out the dishes? If I'm feeling frisky, I might go ahead and participate. I'll help you do the dishes, and then we can make it a dish dunk. I kill it, you cook it, that's cool. Where do we get so far off to where it's bad for a man or it's toxic masculinity for me to say, hey man, you know what? I am amazed. People get so mad at Molly sometimes, and I always like to use her as an example because I'm just so proud of the fact that she feels compelled to be able to say what she says. She stand in it. She ain't worried about what nobody talking about. Molly say, men need to be working. Men need to be doing this. You can't be sitting at home doing this and all of this. Men need to be working. In the same way that women need to be in the kitchen. And so as long as we understand our roles, we're exchanging strengths for weaknesses, and that's how we win. That's how we win. I grind, you grind, but we grinding in different ways. And it all make the dream work. Teamwork make the dream work. Teamwork make the dream work. That's all we got. I don't need you to do this. But I'm hungry. I'm hungry though. I don't think that that's unreasonable. I think that that is a very simple, fair exchange. Very simple, fair exchange. Somebody said be in the kitchen and remotely running her dream business. I don't need you to do that either. I don't need you to run your dream business. You want to go spend some money or you want to try to run a business? Because that ain't glamorous either. What is a dream business? Y'all tell me what a dream business is. Is every woman that I see doing something, they be missing some edges. Every woman, y'all just not built like us. I'm gonna be honest to God. Y'all just not built like us. Every woman that I see that has a dream and then they finally get it, they be missing their edges. They edge thief came and took it. What's a dream? What's a dream job? What's her dream? What's a dream business? Tell me what a dream business, y'all. I'm open to it. Bags under their eyes, Mika. Stressed. No, you can come work for me under my covering. Come kick it with me. I know what's best for you. That's what I say to them. They start getting a little cantankerous. I let them go through it for a little bit. All right, you done? Is you finished or is you done? I'm done. I know what's best for you. Come here. We do an inspection. Turn around. Do that inspection. Okay. I see you still got it. Bend her over. Pick her up by her, her thighs, that little spot between her thighs right there. Move the thighs up, arch the back down a little bit. Life is good. Life is good. Ah, you tired, huh? All right, don't worry about it. Come here, let me see something. Come here, let me see something. What? Nothing. I just got to see something. Pull over. Lift that dress up. That's crazy. Look at this, girl. You don't need to be out here in these streets fighting. Come here. Come here for a minute. I'm not about to sit here and keep on having you out here in these streets. I said, is this after hours? Might as well be. It's Friday. It's Friday. Anyways. Ain't nobody about to sit here and keep on going back and forth. What we talking about? You want to go out here and chase criminals? Or you want to chase some sleep? Ain't you tired of only getting 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep every single day? Don't you want something different? Don't you want to wake up without no alarm? When the last time some of y'all woke up without no alarm clock? Without setting your phone? When the last time you woke up without an alarm clock? You don't even remember. You programmed. You're a part of the matrix now. Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats, and then we're going to go into the next part of the show. Program. Program to be stupid. Program to be stupid. I want to fight for mine. Okay. Go on up there then. So you can pay your boyfriend's rent. Did you hear about that married basketball wife who made her husband renew their vows every year? Turns out Chris Webber was the pappy. Shameful. I'm hearing rumors of that. I have not seen anything definitive that people have proven to be true. I don't believe in rumors. I don't believe in rumors. I wouldn't report on the Doug Christie, Chris Webber situation because I couldn't find anything that substantiated. I just hear people gossiping about it. And I know how rumors be lies most of the time. I won't even talk about the Vanessa Bryant alleged pregnancy. I'm not doing that. It sounds like a lie, and I haven't seen anything substantiated by it. Lex Please says, we'll never forget when my first real scare on the job, Anton. I've been serving 6 years. I stay prayed up every day. God bless you, and check your email. You send me an email, Lex Please? Give me a second. Let's see what my email looks like. I'm gonna see what Lex Please is. Let me see something. All right, now, you know them earthy ones, they different. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it a professional email? Lex. I ain't okay. You must have sent it under something more professional. I don't see it. I don't see it. What's the email say? Resend it to me so I have it at the top of my thing. Oh, send it at the top so I can have it at the top of my inbox. Did Mary Yandu speak on this yet? They only want him there. Moses King says, morning, AD. I'm from Alaska. First time I ever left the state was in 2018. Went to Chicago Bros. My first time seeing a grown man in a dress with full makeup. I was shocked and damn near passed out. Bought my first house because the kitchen sold me. Such a woman. Yeah, I like that. I like Lex. Florida Panoramic says, break down Aristotle moving to Puerto Rico to avoid giving the IRS $5 million. Aristotle was the one that put me up on it. That's why I went to Puerto Rico. Let me check on Dog.
What's up?
Aristotle, what up, big dog?
What's up with it?
Checking on you. How's Puerto Rico?
Man, I love it out here, man. Well, you know how you like to save money. You can't really say I like it, but I'm just here to save my goddamn money.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to link up with you. I might shoot out there. I don't know how long you're gonna be out there.
Shit, I'm here.
I bet. What Yeah, A is the one that put me up on it. He the one that he was the first person to introduce me to Puerto Rico. He was the first person to put me up on Puerto Rico and everything. And so I was talking to him. And then I was like, and see, this is also why it's important for you to have friends that's going in the direction that you're going in. This is it. This is why it's important to have friends to have you going in the direction that you're going in, because I share information with him, he share information with me. You level up, and this is why you got to have a network of people that you rock out with. Y'all ain't timing people out. What'd you do to get timed out? You did something to get timed out? Fatir Woods says Anton playing, talk about Chicago, knowing damn well we are trying to hear about Trump and Elon. I always cover local news first. Okay, so you want me to jump right into it, Fatir. Fatir, are you a man or a woman? And the reason that I have to ask if you're a man or a woman is I gotta wonder why you such in a rush. Now, if you're a man, then I would venture to say that you're probably a little quick on the draw. You know what I mean? If you're a woman, then that means that you've probably never experienced a man that slowed you down and said, wait a minute. It's just a tip. Just the tip. A little quick on the draw. You got to slow down. We got to slow roll this thing. We got a whole show to do. All right. I need to know if you're a man or a woman. A woman once offered to pay my bills. City Boys is up. Cartez Jones says, Anton, speaking of women in certain jobs, what do you think about women doing DoorDash? I think that women that are doing DoorDash are suffering. I think that women that are doing DoorDash, I see women doing DoorDash all the time. All the time. And their boyfriend be in the passenger seat and they be getting out and hustling and getting me my food. Oh, here you go. I think that women doing DoorDash is suffering. But I think that they should do DoorDash. Why? Because this is what they asked for. Somebody said, did anybody listen to the Carter 6 yet? Trash. Wayne should just tour off of his old catalog. He just need to stop at this point. He just need to stop. Wayne need to just stop. Wayne messing up the bag. Trash. Carter 6 is trash. Y'all want to get into the stock? Y'all want to get into the Trump situation? I don't know who on Wayne here telling him that he need an A&R bad. Wayne need an A&R bad, bro. Trash. I'm about to download the Black Eyed Peas 20th anniversary edition over that.
Smoking on a pure hell, no sanitizer. I'ma stand behind her and rectify yours.
Listen to it for yourselves. Go listen to it for yourself. Don't listen to me. I don't know nothing. Listen to it for yourself. Dude, let's judge it for yourself. I don't have nothing to do with it. All right, let me see. What we got? Trump and Elon Musk is beef. All right, so let's go. So let's see if we can find something. Earlier today, they were saying that they was reporting that Trump, that they agreed to speak on the phone. I didn't agree. I didn't believe that because then later on they were reporting that Trump refused to talk to him. He said he didn't want to talk to him. Let me show y'all what the initial report was of what they were saying about them agreeing to speak on the phone. Let me see if I can find a better one. Get up off that. All right, this is what they were reporting that they were going to do initially.
Beautiful truce could be coming today as President Trump and Elon Musk will reportedly speak over the phone to hash out their differences that spilled over into the public.
Lucas Tomlinson is live in Washington with all the details for us. Hey, Lucas.
Well, good morning, Ainsley. Good morning, guys. Peace talks are in the offering today after President Trump and Elon Musk appeared headed for divorce after a bitter feud over X yesterday. The first shots were fired in the Oval Office.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore, but I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office.
White House aides rushed to schedule a call today with the world's richest man to broker a peace deal. Both Trump and Musk were textually active Thursday afternoon, hurling invectives at one another. Here's Trump posting, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. Musk responding, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Musk threatened to scrap his spacecraft used to ferry astronauts into orbit, saying, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. And later, Musk walked it back. Okay, we won't decommission Dragon. Here's Elon at 3:10. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Many Democrats.
The tour poster's here. Is that an ad? Oh, no. We got to switch over to premium. Give me a second.
SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. And later, Musk walked it back. Okay, we won't decommission Dragon. Here's Elon at 3:10. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Many Democrats pounced.
This divorce was predictable, if not inevitable, because it was always a marriage of convenience.
The Dems, we've been dumping all over Musk and vandalizing Teslas or whatever, and now we might be more back into him.
The roots of the feud are over Trump's big, beautiful bill. Musk says it adds trillions to the debt. Republicans say it includes nearly $2 trillion in savings.
I've had a lot of love and respect for you for what you've done for this country over the last several months, but you've lost your damn mind.
I tried very hard to speak with Elon over and over, and to talk with him about what I believe are misconceptions he has about this bill and what it is.
There are no plans for President Trump to launch airstrikes against Tesla dealerships nationwide, something you could perhaps confirm with our defense secretary later in the show, guys.
Right. So essentially what you're seeing is that Elon Musk and Trump had a fallout, right? The White House aides, because what was all over my timeline earlier this morning was that all of the aides and the people that was in the White House was all scrambling in order to get them to make up, because obviously this was all over the news yesterday. This was the main thing that they had been talking about. Elon Musk had basically went zero dark 30, and he had been trying to figure out and say some of the worst things that he could say about Trump. Trump obviously did a press conference inside of the White House office, the Oval Office, and he was saying that Elon Musk just feels some type of way about the fact that, they're taking away the EV mandates, and he always knew about it, but at the same time, he didn't necessarily say anything about him outside of the fact that he had a black eye. He just kind of ribbed him a little bit. But Elon Musk just went full toddler. He went full toddler. Elon Musk went full toddler. He went full, oh man, the real problem is that Trump is a part of the Epstein files. And what I was saying yesterday when I first heard that was, well, wait a minute. If you didn't like him and you felt like he was not a good person or part of the Epstein files or whatever, right? Then why were you hanging out with him in the first place? Yes, the richest man on earth went full toddler. Why were you hanging out with him in the first place? Why would somebody that has such negative disposition about how you lived your life be so quick to align himself with you and be wearing all of your hats, 45, 47, and all of that, right? Why would he do that? Why would he have that perspective? Nobody cares. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody cares. 0 people care about what. Nobody is digging. Nobody is trying to figure it out. Man, that case is so old. If you was gonna drop something, then you should have dropped it a long time ago. Honestly, I just really don't think that anybody cares. Yeah, why would you want Trump around your son? I think that he went full Kanye. Even Ye was on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying, no, y'all shouldn't be arguing all of this stuff. So essentially, you had a situation where the White House aides was reporting to the news, and they was trying to say, oh, no, they're going to schedule a call to get it back. Trump said that he's not interested in talking to Elon Musk altogether. This is courtesy of the Wall Street Journal, said President Trump and billionaire Elon Musk traded public barbs and insults, rupturing a relationship that had been on one of the most consequential in modern American politics. A few exploded Monday. It said what he said. He said what he said. Musk threatened to decommission SpaceX's Dragon vehicle, which a ship NASA depends on for runs to the International Space Station, but later walked that back. See, this is the problem. This is why Elon Musk fucked up, in my opinion. This is why Elon Musk messed up, because you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Now, what's going to happen is you can't threaten the American government, right? You can't threaten to say, hey, listen, these government contracts that you guys give me, then if you piss me off, I'll decommission them all together with my private company. Now you really look like a toddler that just got too much money and too much power. You can't do that. You cannot do it. You can't do it. That's where you fucked up. The minute that he actually started talking to business side, the fact that he just made it that personal, it was already a stain on him. It's like, man, look at this guy. What is he doing? Why is he crashing out? But now it almost seemed like, okay, the power just went way to your head. You don't understand how to work with other people. You used to having everybody bow at your feet, and you think you better than the program. You think you better than the program. The minute that you made it personal, and yep, Molly, you're exactly right. I'm sure that Jeff Bezos and everybody else is sitting over there with Blue Origin and all of it, Richard Branson, and they just licking at their chops. If you notice, all of the other people, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, every other CEO, they just like this. They chilling. They chilling. You cannot threaten to decommission runs to the International Space Station. How do you think that this is going to play out? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That is the dumbest thing ever. I thought that was the biggest. Yo, when you give somebody their phone and you just let them just do shit without even thinking about it. He also said Trump's name was in the files of the Jeffrey Epstein. We'll get into Tesla stock shortly. Where things stand, Trump has no plans to call Musk and has little interest in talking to his former advisor. Senior White House officials said the president is also considering selling or giving away his Tesla. Oh, that was where he fucked up. Anytime you got to walk something back in the same day, you messed up. You made a grave mistake, my friend. You made a grave mistake. I don't think that anything is going to happen to Elon Musk in particular, but I think that this is where you're going to start to see you can do things that you can never come back from. Most things you can come back from, behind the scenes, if we feud or we rift or whatever, and then if you start throwing me under the bus, there are people, for example, I'll give you an example. There are people, I always like to relate it back to the normal common folk like us. There are people that I've had like a public truce with. Like they'll call me, man, Anton, man, I apologize. Let's just let bygones be got bygones, whatever. And then I say, okay, cool. Well, listen, make sure that you never do this. Just don't do this. Don't disrespect this person that's in my life or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they couldn't hold themselves. They couldn't hold themselves. So now for me, I took a mental note of that. At that point, I'm like, okay, well, I'm never even going to speak about this person publicly. But, I heard it. That's all I'm going to say. I heard it. I think Elon Musk went way too far. He went way too far. Way too far. He went all the way down. He went to say the most evil thing that he could ever say in his entire life. Somebody says, "Well, I would love Chris to put your chat up, but I can't put your chat up because you don't have a profile picture. So I'm sorry. New rule for me. I think that everybody should be able to say whatever it is that they want to say in the chat, but at the same time, I can't because I don't know if you're a real person. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you look like. I don't know if you're a child. I don't know what's going on. So, I can't put it up because you don't have a profile picture. And I just give more credence to people that validate who they are. There you go, Messi. I'm putting your chat up. Shout out to my girl, Messi. Yeah, this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate because he can't control himself. He can't keep his tantrum in order. He can't do any of that. This is where they say pride comes before fall. And ego will have you out here crashed out. It'll have you guys already crashed out. Shout out to William Justino. Shout out to the new profile. See, now I can put a name with the face and it can make sense. Yeah, I like that. Let me read a couple of super chats and then we're going to go into Tesla stock and what I think and what I anticipate with Tesla stock. All right. Supreme by Nature TV says husband works in corporate and wife is a cop. Someone breaks in at 3 a.m. Who jumps up to protect the family? The husband. The husband. It don't matter what she do. It don't matter how much of a cop she is. The husband is the one that's going to jump up. That's what the expectation is, and that's what it should be. Aaron L says my son explained since sine and cosine. My son explained sine and cosine and its relation to symmetry this morning. This dude is a mathematical genius. He started teaching himself algebra. Shout out to your son, Aaron L. That's dope. That's dope. I love you too, Messi. Marriage, Politics, and Sports says Elon also forgot that Trump got some of his South African whites out as a favor to him. Was those Elon's people? Advanced Perception says Elon's son told Trump exactly how Elon felt. I'm just saying. Fatir Wood says, I get why he is angry since he lost a lot of wealth partially to cut all of the waste, but making it public has zero benefit, but make him feel a bit better. He didn't lose all of it. What makes y'all think that he lost all of his wealth? Are y'all not was y'all not paying attention to the market? Maybe I should wait. What do you mean? Tesla stock is booming. Have y'all seen what it is over the past year? What makes y'all think that he lost all of his wealth? What newspaper are y'all reading? Here, let me help y'all out a little bit. I don't know what y'all talking about. Over a 1 year period, Tesla is up 68%. Why do y'all think that he lost all of his wealth? Who told y'all that? Over the past year, a 1 year span, so June 7th of last year to June 6th this year, this is according to their current real-time stock. They are up over 68%. What are y'all talking about? What the fuck are y'all talking about? And I know this because we talk about it in the Bag Chasers. Fatir, you all right? You good? After that rant, people turning their back. Who? Where? Do y'all know how much money we made as a result of buying Tesla? His personal net worth went down since he's gotten involved in politics, though, didn't it? No. All y'all got to do is check the market. Listen, this is why I don't, when we review these stories, all right, when we review these stories, I am very, very, very careful to look at what they say and then bring my own commentary based off of my own insight. And that's how I determine what's going on. A lot of people saying, oh man, his stock is crashing since yesterday. Okay, so let's go to the 1 day. We can go over the 1 day. Today it's up 5.5%, 5.64% today on the 1 day. So where are y'all getting all of this fucking information from? Maybe y'all are familiar with something that I'm not aware of. Today is up over 5% alone. This is why I tell people don't trade off of rumors. Stop making an emotional decision based off of what some news outlet said on MSNBC or CNN or even Fox News. Connie says it dropped yesterday. I know things are cyclical. Guess what? When it drops, it goes back up because the valuation of the company has nothing to do with whether or not they're getting into it with Trump or Elon Musk. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Where are y'all getting this information? If you look at it over the past year, 1 year, June last year, all of 12 months, they're up over 68%. So where did he lose all of his net worth at? Listen, I could say that Elon Musk threw a tantrum. I could say that Elon Musk is angry that he made a bad decision as far as a SpaceX company because now it may cause people to look at him a little differently. But let's be clear, he's not an idiot, all right? The company is booming. They sold more Model Ys than any other car on the face of the planet. I'm not sure that y'all really understand what's going on right now. You have to, when you think about money, you have to remove your emotions. The Minneapolis pension fund that the former vice presidential candidate under Kamala Harris, Tampon Timmy was talking about, guess what? They never divested from Tesla. They kept their entire investment in Tesla. You got to remove your emotions. You got to remove your feelings when it comes to investing. Remove your emotions, remove your feelings when it comes to investing. The news is going to be cyclical. It's going to happen like that. Matter of fact, here, we'll go over to, let's see. This is from 3 hours ago, right? Let me show you how weird the news is. Let me show you how weird the news is. Where is it at? Here we go.
Here as we do await the opening of the stock market for the day. Shares of Elon Musk's electric vehicle company Tesla plunging more than 14% on Thursday as investors dump their holdings amid the war of words that's heating up between Musk and his former boss, President Donald Trump.
Those were short-term investors. Those were not seasoned people that are looking at it from an 8 to 10 year view at all.
By the end of the trading day on Thursday, $150 billion with a B of Tesla's value was erased, more than what it would take to buy all of the shares of Starbucks and hundreds of other big publicly traded U.S. companies. In after-hours trading there, Tesla shares rose just a little bit by 0.8%. Also, Fox News now reporting that Trump is expected to either sell that Tesla there that was given to him by Musk or possibly just give it away. Fox News also reporting via sources that Musk had been, quote, wearing thin on Trump for more than a month. The disagreement and now feud between Musk and the president started over Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill Thursday when Elon Musk posted on his X platform that Trump would not have been elected without his help.
Lex, I like this email. I like this, Lex. All right. We'll talk.
Trump fired back on Truth Social, saying he may turn the federal government against his companies, talking about Tesla and SpaceX. President Trump wrote, quote, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do that. Reports from Politico indicate that President Trump and Elon Musk are actually expected to speak over the phone at some point today, hours after the two went head-to-head on social media. Now, the back and forth between the two kind of peaked late Thursday when Musk claimed the president's administration was withholding records related to sex abuser Jeffrey Epstein because Trump is mentioned in them. Musk served as the head of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, until just last week. Now, he announced his departure following an interview where
he said that they think that this is all, hold on, let me see. Mrs. C says, I think this is all an act for the crazy lips to back off. You think so? You think so? I don't think so. That would be a heck of a play, though. Y'all think that this is be all an act? I don't think that this will be all an act. You think that this is an all an act so that people can... I don't think that has anything to do with it. You think that liberals are going to start buying Teslas again? The ones that swore off buying a Tesla, that they will buy a Tesla because he going up against Trump? Y'all think that this is a marketing act? Victory Podcast says it's all an act. I think so. Why would they take to social media the way that they did? That doesn't make sense. It would embolden the liberals. That's what I think. It would embolden the liberals. Yes, I think this is an act. No, I'm not saying Trump is a part of the Epstein files. It's possible this is a clash of the Titans. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past anybody. I really wouldn't put it past anybody. I think that they'll eventually make up, to be honest with you. I think that they'll eventually make up. I don't think that it's an act. I think that they really are beefed out with each other. Seeing how Elon Musk is and seeing how he talks and how he moves, I think that this is a real beef. I think that they're feeling some type of way about it. And the fact that they're saying that the White House staffers are trying to get them on the phone with each other and they refuse to be on the phone with each other, that kind of, in my opinion, kind of speaks to it a little bit deeper. I think it's a psyop. But see, let y'all tell it everything is a psyop. Everything is an act. I am not selling my Tesla stock as of right now, personally. I think that the long-term vision for the company is going to be awesome. And so, no, I will not be selling my Tesla stock as of right now. That's just me personally, though. I am not selling my Tesla stock. That's where I stand on it. I think Elon is taking it too far. Let me read some of y'all super chats. Y'all saying some stuff in here. Who are y'all picking then first? Before I start reading the super chats, who are y'all picking? Are y'all rolling with Trump or are y'all rolling with Elon Musk? If you have to take a side, who are you picking? Are you rolling with Trump or are you rolling with Elon Musk? Azriel says Trump, 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 Trump. It's a lot of Trumps. I side with Trump, big dog. Rolling with Trump, Trump, T Money, Trump. I voted for Trump, not Elon. Trump. I agree with Elon. Wow. All right. Well, looks like the chat is spoken. I don't even need to do a poll. I don't see. Oh, I see one Elon. Tay says Elon. Yeah, I'm rolling with Trump, fam. I got to go with Trump myself also. I said that yesterday. People was feeling some type of way on my other channel, but I said, I'm rolling with Trump, bro. I got to pick one, and that's who I'm going to roll with. I'm rolling with Trump, bro. I voted for Trump. I'm rolling with Trump. That doesn't mean that I don't think that Elon Musk isn't a genius. I just think he be going off the rails, bro. Got to roll with my president. Got to roll with my president. Let me read some of y'all super chat. Fatir Wood says, I get why he is angry since he lost. Oh, I read that. Victor Williams says, Elon is like that one kid who gets mad and starts taking their toys away from other kids, also threatening to decommission the dragon. It's childish. It is. It is absolutely childish. That Elon Musk 30 for 30 is going to be crazy. Lakia Stewart says Elon trying to wash his hands of Trump, but your hands can't get clean when they wash in dirty water. He giving bitter baby mama and daddy. Messy mathematician says, Anton, you're always calling my bluff. I love you. I love you more. Tanisha says Elon is on a spectrum. It also makes sense. I used to know a girl named Tanisha. I used to talk to a girl named Tanisha. She was bad as hell, too. That was back in the day. So always used to be a Tanisha in school with me. Victor Williams says people always type hard without profile pictures, then be the ones gossiping in the office, spreading rumors behind your back, but nice in your face. Marriage, politics, and sports says the market is almost back from April 7th terror shock and all day. Omni, etc. What up, Omni says the short-term thinkers are looking at moments. Jacqueline Moore, Trump was a person who informed the FBI about Epstein and his possible sex trafficking. So yes, Trump mostly is in the files, but nothing sexual. Trump doesn't appear to like younger girls. I agree. DeJohn Tucker says, the stat sheet stuffer says, check Tesla's Q1. They do appear to be down. Purple Hayes says, to me, Elon is Tony Stark and Trump is Captain America, Civil War tech versus patriotism. Mun says, C. White said it best. I think everybody playing. Deacon Weasel says, nobody we need. Unity, we already have enough drama. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. What y'all want me to talk about next? Somebody said they sent me something about, what did I write down? Stephen Bartlett. All right, let me look that up. Stephen, my boy. Stephen Bartlett, 10 million subscribers. Where did it say he turned down $100 million? Why the diary of a CEO founder turned down $100 million to build a podcast empire. Let me play this.
Okay, cool. Go for it. I'm Stephen Bartlett, and we are here at Flight Story HQ in central London. I'm an investor, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm the host of the Diary of a CEO podcast.
I didn't skip your super chat, Messi. Did I skip your super chat? I didn't skip your super chat. How did I skip your super chat? I read it. I read your super chat, Messi. I never skipped it. You must have missed me reading it. Gemini Slim, you got to get a profile picture in order for me to address you. Somebody says, talk about the officer they just killed in Chicago last night on the South Side. You're late to the show. I've already talked about it. And they got mad at me for talking about it because they wanted me to go straight into Trump. I already did that. All right, Kendrick? Come on, man. Y'all, I got to get on it. Anton, are you up on Chris Webber and Doug Christie wife? I don't know if that's true. That all sounds like rumor. And so I'm gonna go off to that. All right. Y'all got to catch up. Y'all got to catch up.
Two of the most used phrases in our company.
This media model has helped elevate Bartlett and Flight Story to the upper echelon of new media, whose peers include those like Alex Cooper and Mr. Beast. But Bartlett is taking his venture in a different direction. While many podcasters like Alex Cooper, Joe Rogan, and the Kelsey brothers have signed $100 million deals with streamers like SiriusXM, Spotify, and Amazon, Bartlett has turned down the offers he's received. He's set on building independently because it offers him flexibility to share his content cross-platform and experiment with what works. It's working so far. And as Georgie said, it wasn't through gut instinct, but rather in data science that Bartlett has cracked the code to building an empire on his own in this new media landscape.
I tend to think in terms of principles because a strategy is useful, but it like decays, it's ephemeral. So a strategy is like me giving you a fish. But if I give you a principle, it's like me giving you the fishing rod, so you can fish for yourself forever. And one of the principles is that in the world we live in today, where the correct answer is changing faster and faster and faster, the correct answer in technology is accelerating, which means the correct answer to anything, to how to shoot an interview, to how to make a podcast, to which platform to use, to where to put the meme bar on the video, what the title should be, what the color should be. If you just understand that as like a principle, then the way to find the correct answer before everybody else is to increase your rate of experimentation. So here we have a full-time failure and experimentation team so that we can
Failure and experimentation team used to be called research and development. It's just another fancy way to say research and development. Somebody said there's a shorter one on Forbes. This is Forbes. Oh, you want me to go to this one?
Today on Forbes.
I'll go to this one. Y'all saying that they explained it a little bit clearer and shorter. Oh, shit. Give me a second, y'all. Let me pull this back up. All right, let me reshare my screen real quick.
$100 million deal to build a podcast empire. It's a Monday morning in March, and Stephen Bartlett sits in his studio in London's hip Shoreditch neighborhood to record the latest episode of his hit podcast, The Diary of a CEO. With more than 10 million YouTube subscribers and 25 million social media followers, the interview show is one of the most popular in the world. Only Joe Rogan has more listeners when it comes to hosted podcasts. On this particular day in March, Bartlett is recording a debate between economics influencer Gary Stevenson and entrepreneur Daniel Priestley, where they'll argue whether entrepreneurship can save the middle class. The episode will later attract 3.6 million views and more than 46,000 comments on YouTube alone. The debate is fiery, but the buzzy content is only partly why millions tune in. Data plays a vital role, too. Bartlett, who launched 2 social media companies before hitting podcast fame, has already tested and optimized every aspect of the show. He's calibrated each detail for maximum attention: the capital letters and exclamation points in the episode's title, the lighting, the camera angles, even his raised eyebrows in the preview thumbnail photo. Each factor is part of Bartlett's blueprint to attract viewers. The 32-year-old Bartlett says, quote, "I've not met a single podcast network, company, media conglomerate in the world that can help you grow your podcast using the modern platforms in the way we can." And grow he has. Launched in 2017 as a hobby to let Bartlett get inside the minds of other CEOs, the podcast has attracted more than 1 billion streams, including 50 million monthly listeners in December alone. Guests have ranged from comedian Trevor Noah and YouTube titan Mr. Beast to a mix of self-help experts, including longevity gurus, nutritionists, and sex therapists.
How many listeners, how many views is he getting a month?
And grow he has. Launched in 2017 as a hobby to let Bartlett get inside the minds of other CEOs, the podcast has attracted more than 1 billion streams, including 50 million monthly listeners in December alone. Guests have ranged from comedian Trevor Noah and YouTube titan Mr. Beast to a mix of self-help experts, including longevity gurus, nutritionists, and sex therapists. In 2024, thanks to his mix of compelling content and growth hacking, Bartlett says the franchise generated $20 million in revenue from brand partnerships with brands like LinkedIn, Oracle, and Shopify, speaking engagements, and hawking products like hoodies and branded journals.
So basically, he doesn't make the majority of his money in revenue and shared revenue from advertising on YouTube or advertising on the platforms that he put it on. A lot of these people actually make the majority of their shared revenue or the majority of their revenue on outside sources, and that is normal. Most people, Mr. Beast gets sponsorship deals. Of course, he makes a bunch of money on YouTube and all of that other stuff, right? But he gets sponsorship deals, and the sponsorships generate way more revenue, which is the thing that I am going to start pivoting into, is that sponsorships, now that we have the numbers, now that we can go through and say, hey, listen, this is what our numbers are, this is what we generate in revenue, or this is how many watch hours that we have, this is how much the audience stays with us, this is what we doing on the Anton Daniels channel versus other platforms and stuff like that. You can go in and you can say, hey, these are the numbers, this is what I'm generating, and this is what's happening. Hey, we're growing by this much every single month, whatever, so on and so forth. And so, taking that completely different strategy will 100% change how you pitch yourself to people. The real game for a lot of people, and they don't even understand this, is in sponsorships. It's in sponsorships. When you have the number, you can negotiate better deals. Now, some people negotiate deals based off of exclusivity. So there's some people that say, hey, I want as many sponsorships as I can get. I want this over here. I want T-Mobile. I want DraftKings. I want all of that. And then there's other people that say, okay, well, listen, the sponsor will come in and say, hey, I will pay you an egregious amount of money in order to have exclusivity and basically being the person that, support you throughout this process. We want to basically run an ad on at least half of the live streams or half of the videos or half of the things that you put out on the internet. And we want to be the premier person that basically says, hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So the problem with that, in my opinion, is that you can create a platform for money, or you can create a platform based off of authenticity and impact. Now, in both situations, you have to be great. You have to be able to generate a lot of views. You got to generate a lot of visibility. You got to do all of these things. On one side, though, is that if you are generating a lot of these views, but at the same time, you're not being a part of the corporate structure, then you're going to hamstring yourself. Anton, what does that mean? That means that if you're tackling subjects that are too controversial, that get too much visibility, you can pull it off if you're not as big as a content creator, right? And I'm talking about maybe a micro content creator. But once you get more visibility, people are going to start being bothered, or brands are going to start paying attention to exactly how you say it, how you brand yourself. Me in particular, just man. You know. On the Anton Daniels channel, we averaging over 21 million views a month. I'm averaging over 21 million views a month on the Anton Daniels channel now, right? And so that's a big number. 21 million views a month, 1.3 million watch hours, and we're growing at a rate of about 31,000 subscribers every single month. Just looking at my numbers right here, my content, my numbers, and all of that. And we trending up. So when we then make our pitch deck, right, when our contract renewal comes up with, for example, Tiege Hanley, then that means that we got to renegotiate the bag. Either we can get out of an exclusive deal, you can maintain a partnership with us. I don't know what your marketing budget is. We've had a long-term, really good long-term partnership. Then it's easier for me to pitch it. The problem then becomes, if I decide to get out of the deal with them, because Tiege kind of let me do whatever it is that I want to do. And that's part of the thing that I pitched. I said, listen, my content, I might go off the rails and tell somebody to suck my dick. That's what I do. I'm not a person that's going to be censored. The other side of it is, if you look at some of these other platforms, they're a lot more polished, So it's easier for them to be able to pitch something and say, okay, well, listen, this is what we do. This is what we rock out like. And this is what we rolling with. What's the gross profit on the YouTube channels? 90% plus. I don't know what the 90% plus is what you're saying. How do you feel about telling somebody to suck your dick? Well, it depends on who I'm telling it to. If I'm telling it to a woman that's sitting here in my place, I feel real good about it. If I'm telling it to somebody online that's being a little bit incendiary, I would wish that they wouldn't push me that far. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that I'm liable to do anything, and that's one of the things that make me a little bit more appealing, is that you don't know what I'm gonna say when I'm gonna say it. If gross profit is above 90%, I don't have anything I don't have a lot of overhead. So gross revenue, it just depends. It depends on the channel. It depends on the watch hours. It depends on the type of content that you're talking about. Y'all might have to jump into the Patreon in order to deep dive into that, because I show all of my numbers and stuff like that on the Patreon. But that's correct, SibLab. Once you go corporate, they put the cuffs. And I don't like to be controlled. Good job, Gemini, getting the profile picture. I don't like to be controlled. I want to do what I want to do. I think that when you neuter it, it lowers the watch value of it. You know what I'm saying? AD, you sure you're not from NYC? I'm from Detroit, baby. The great vocabulary while throwing insults should be a masterclass. Yeah, y'all gonna have to get into the Patreon. I deep dive into all of that.
Now he's out to make even more, and do it as a free agent. While other podcast royalty have signed mega deals with streaming networks, like Alex Cooper's $125 million partnership with SiriusXM, and Joe Rogan's $250.
Somebody said, K. Cooper says, so is this a good deal? It's a phenomenal deal. See, this is what I'm saying. When we breaking this down, only thing I'm breaking to y'all down is the intricacies of the pros and the cons of what you do want versus what you don't want. There are no bad deals. Let's be clear. Look, if you ever get to the point to where you can make over $1 million, and anything above that is all a good deal. I don't care if you sign a deal for 100 million or whatever. If you go to Spotify, you get an exclusive deal or whatever. There are no bad deals. You know what I'm saying? The question that you have to ask yourself, whether you stay independent or you go with more of a corporate thing, there is no bad deals, K. Cooper. What I'm saying is you just have to determine how you want to work, what you want your requirements to be, if you want to be able to say what you want to say, or if you want to have to be able to be more mindful of your sponsors, all of that. There are no bad deals. Whether the Diary of a CEO podcast guy decided that he wanted to go with an exclusive deal, or if he decided that he wanted to just stay independent so that he could be, platform agnostic, meaning that he can do whatever it is he want to do on all of these platforms, then that's fine. Rod says definitely such a thing is a bad deal. No, it's not, bro. Listen. I know that we get caught up in the semantics of what this deal is and what that is. If you want to talk about contract terms, that's a completely different conversation. I'm saying whether you stay independent or whether you go corporate. The real conversation is, let me put it to you like this, Rod. Let me put it to you like this. We get so caught up in the fact that we not blessed. What I'm saying is, I just did a review video of a police officer that got killed trying to arrest a suspect in Chicago in the deep of the night. She's 36 years old and she got a kid at home. And she probably makes $60,000 to $70,000 a year as a 4-year veteran on a Chicago Police Department that's understaffed. I get paid to talk for a living. It's no such thing as a bad deal when you get paid to talk for a living and you can become a millionaire as a result of it. That's what I'm saying. When you can get paid to talk for a living while some firefighter, which we are appreciative of because they keep us safe, is out here losing sleep and probably losing his marriage because he's in a situation. Like, we can go into the semantics, we can go into the different deals and whether it's a 360 and how they pay it back and having to do requirements and all of this stuff. Man, listen, bro. I get to talk shit on the internet from the comfort of wherever it is, whether I want to go to the studio or whether I want to go to the crib. And you can become a millionaire off this shit. That ain't no such thing as a bad deal. Whether I stay independent or I wanted to go and sell out and go corporate, ain't no bad deal. What you talking about? Whenever I feel like crashing out, whenever I say, you know what? Oh, I'm frustrated at this. Man, I walk out of the room and I look at all of the little people, all of the little stick figures from up here. And I say, man, life is good as hell. Life is good. Life is incredible. Spaces, I read your super chat. So, in the grand scheme of things, bruh, we get paid to talk on the internet. I'm very blessed. Very, very, very blessed. And I don't compare myself against other people when it comes to looking at my blessings. God looked out for me. He had my back. The only thing that I have to do is continue to run it up and make the most out of it, bro. So I don't think that there's a wrong way or a right way for him to slice this at all. You know what I'm saying? Whether he stayed independent or he signed that $100 million deal, I think that he's winning either way, personally.
$50 million deal with Spotify, Bartlett is building on his own. It's not for lack of interest. Last October, Bartlett flew from London to New York City to meet with several of the world's biggest media networks to discuss potential partnerships. Bartlett won't say who or how much, but Forbes estimates that $100 million contracts were in play. Why turn down frothy deals? For Bartlett, the choice is simple. He believes he can do it better solo. He says,
Rod says maybe there's no bad deals. Maybe the right word is unfair deal. Correct. Now I would agree with you on that one, because if the value that I add is disproportionate to the revenue that you're paying me, then that's when we have to start talking about whether or not the deal is an unfair deal or it's a fair deal. I think that, the diary of a CEO is probably savvy enough to be able to do the calculations. He's probably got people in his corner to help him put that together. I agree with that one.
Says, quote, "We looked at what they did in terms of testing, experimentation, innovation, and I felt like I was looking at the past. When I see what happens here, I'm looking at the future."
Thank you for caring.
The future was far from certain back in 2017 when Bartlett launched the podcast. Unknown in the social media sphere and lacking a significant following, Bartlett leaned on data analytics and constant experimentation to grow. Soon, he was A/B testing every aspect of the podcast: keywords, captions, punctuation, even whether to smile in the preview photo. Looking serious usually worked best. But it was 2020 before he really began investing in the show. Bartlett says it was a 2023 episode with former Google exec Mo Gaudat that was a game changer for the podcast. Bartlett says, quote, "Apple said it was the most shared podcast episode of 2023 in this part of the world." He adds, quote, "That episode taught me that the most important thing in podcasting isn't actually the amount of followers someone has or how famous they are. It's ultimately about the value that it gives, because people will share it."
Yeah.
For full coverage and to...
I agree. And I actually got the article up right here. So yeah, I don't have any problem with the fact that he turned it down. I think that he understands his brand. He understands the impact that his brand will have. I think that he understands where his brand is going. And as long as he continues to do exactly what he's doing, he'll be fine. So I don't have any problem with that. Turning down $100 million sound like a crazy number, and it is a crazy number. But compared to what? You know what I'm saying? If you're generating, for example, $25-30 million a year in revenue just from what it is that you're doing independently, are you really missing out on anything? The number seems big, and so it could be guaranteed money. That's the thing. Do you want the guaranteed money, or do you want to bet on yourself? Do you want the guaranteed money, or do you want to bet on yourself? Because they got to recoup that. It's just like a rap deal. It's just like a singing deal. They got to recoup that. They paying you this money. They expect for you to go out and deliver every single day. They expecting for you to make that money. They expecting for you to do the drops. They expecting for you to, do the sponsorships, all of that stuff. They got to recoup that. Say, guarantee you, please. Nah, I'm straight. I don't want no guarantee. I'm good. I'm good off a guarantee. I'd rather bet on myself. Betting on myself personally for me has always, in my opinion, worked out for me better. All right, what else y'all want to talk about? Let me read some of these super chats. Give me a second. Don't tell me what y'all want to talk about right now. Christopher Chen says, AD, have you covered Peyton Jackson? I think she's up next. Who is Peyton Jackson? Who was Peyton Jackson? It's a singer? Oh, the House of Representative, U.S. House of Representative candidate. Is that who you're talking about, the U.S. House of Representatives candidate? Peyton Jackson. Give me a second. Let me look it up. In Fort Worth? Is she fine? Is she bad? Oh, she kind of remind me of Michaela a little bit. Mr. Hunter 5150, I appreciate you. Thank you for contributing into the platform. Messi says, I didn't hear you read the first one, blame your car. Yep, I did read the first one, and I'm gonna blame your car. Latoya Blue says, hey Anton, can you talk about Shaniqua Arnold? She is a woman that got her third baby taken from her at the hospital because she has an open DCFS case. All right, let me leave that up for a minute. I'll get to that one. Free agent forever, Rocky Cage says, what up, AD? I'm more with Trump than I am Elon. However, I'm still planning on investing in Tesla in the near future. I'm out and about back chasing. Listen to the show. Salute, brother. Shout out to you, free agent forever, Rocky Cage. I appreciate you. Don't be a free agent forever, bro. Reese Anderson. Reese has a profile photo. Does Reese have a profile? Okay, Reese got a profile photo. Says okay, so let me help you out, Reese. Your in this instance is YOU apostrophe is your. It's like you are. So it's your with the E at the end of it. All right. You're so full of crap, Anton. If Trump was so good a president, why everyone who is closest to him, first Mike Pence, now Elon Musk, fall out and with a D, slander him. All right. So you want me to evaluate his job as a president based off of whether or not he fell out with some people that was closest to him? Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Ask Pippen about guaranteed money. So you want me to talk about Pippen's contract when he was with the Bulls versus looking at things as far as how you run your own personal business? If I was with a corporation, right, then I would negotiate my salary to be the best salary possible. That would be the guaranteed money. I'm speaking about as a business owner, okay? As a business owner, then these chats giving you fatigue, Johnny Tsunami? Yes. As a business owner, you have a choice of whether or not you want to actually sign a contract to go corporate or if you want to continue to operate independently. So there's a risk that's associated with it. With me, I believe in myself so much, and I think that there's other people that believe in themselves so much that they would prefer to actually go independent and bet on themselves. So I don't know how you correlate the two. I don't know how that makes sense. I don't know if that's a 1-for-1. Thank you for the super chat, Aaron. The Trail says, I agree because your earnings can exceed their offer. No, it's not even about the earnings so much. I think it's about the freedom. You know, some people once you hit a certain number, it's about the freedom. Have you seen Agent from Amp Pocket Watching video? From Amp's Pocket Watching video. Yeah, I seen it. You talking about when he was at Streamers University? Yeah, I seen it. I seen him breaking down DDG's earnings or what he thought DDG was getting as far as his earnings. Yep, I seen it. I did. Said Pippen took the guaranteed money long term that looked good in the present, but later regretted the decision. Well, but think about it like this, Aaron L. It was based off of the fact that he stayed healthy. There's some people that want the guaranteed money because they don't know if they're going to be healthy, and so they're not able to negotiate and re-up. Jordan, for example, Jordan was the first person that was doing $30 million one-year deals. He was doing that in the 90s, $30 million one-year deals because Jordan wasn't trying to sign a long-term contract. Jordan was going to do one-offs, and then he was going to re-up, and then he was going to re-up, and he was going to re-up. Now, there's other people that they're not so sure. If you talk about what happened to my man from Portland, what was the guy from Portland? Not Greg Oden. Injured player. What was his name? His name, I really liked him too. His legs, what was his name? He was the injured player from Portland. He was a beast too. Chat, what was his name for the fellas? Brandon Roy. Now, if you talk about Brandon Roy, for example, in which they found out that he had like deteriorating knees or something like that, and he was a beast. He was a monster. He was going to be one of those guys. And his career was cut short. The guaranteed money worked out for him. You know, so it's a risk. It's just a risk. A lot of the NFL players like to get the guaranteed money because, you know, it's only take one hit, one concussion, one injury to continue to ruin their life. So it's a bet. It's a gamble depending on what you think is going to happen. All right, what do we do? What all subjects did we cover today? We covered 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's cover something else. Let's go to, I love my chat. They be knowing what's happening out in these streets. Let's go to this one, y'all. I want to go to this one. I think that this is hilarious. Y'all want to go to Massey? All right, we can go to Massey. Let's talk about Massey real quick.
Good afternoon. I'm Meg Gatto.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. Another post on Instagram claims to come from Orleans Parish jail escapee Antoine Massey.
Gabby Killett shares what's in that post and what it reveals about one of the last escapees still on the run.
The latest post on this Instagram account, someone who claims to be escapee Antoine Massey proclaiming his innocence while tagging Fox 8 and other media outlets. It appears to be the same account that posted these videos Sunday.
I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young. You know what I'm saying? But the system has failed a lot of people and not just me.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Brian Fair said it was media who made authorities aware of the most recent post Thursday morning. Fair adds authorities are investigating.
We're going to continue to look for him.
Hold on, does he got a bust down on? This dude got a bust down watch on and a chain. Is he living his best life? Hold on, dog. He got the bust down watch on, the chain, the Rockets, the Houston Rockets hookup, and he doing the look away. Whenever I'm taking solo pictures by myself, I always do a look away. He doing a look away, bro. This man out here living his best life. He out here living his best life. When is his birthday? Y'all said his birthday coming up? Let me see. Antoine Massey birthday. He said, I'm going to be out for my birthday. He got a birthday coming up. He said, his birthday is on the 15th. No, dog. He said, I'm going to be out on my birthday. Hey. If he's still out on his birthday and he laugh and he out here having a good time, I'm going to be cracking up. I would be, if he wind up doing a birthday party, I am going to crack up. I can't, bro. His birthday is on the 15th of June. Where'd he get a bus down from? And he outside with a car. And he posted on the ground. He gonna have a B-Day bash. He gonna celebrate Father's Day and his birthday. And he in New Orleans. He in Louisiana, baby. This dude is trolling. Oh, he is trolling out here in these streets. Hold on.
Authorities are investigating.
We're going to continue to look for him. It's what's going to happen is going to happen. We'll continue to investigate leads, and hopefully he'll either surrender to us or we'll capture him, one or the other.
Nope. Massey also allegedly posted different versions of a 10-minute video Sunday to that account. In them, he called on President Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian, and multiple rappers to help him. In the videos, he also presents documentation that he says supports his innocence, specifically in the domestic abuse case for which he was incarcerated at the time of his May 16th escape. Fair adds it's too early to tell whether the photo could lead detectives to Massey, who has been on the run for nearly 3 weeks. Fox 8 legal analyst
for almost a month, bro.
Joe Respani says posting to social media is risky and that Massey's posts come as he likely runs out of resources and support.
In my experience, when you get desperate, you get careless, which would mean he would become more likely to be found out. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Man, he got a VPN. He living his best life. What do you mean getting desperate? That don't look desperate to me. That look like he out here having a good time. That looks to me. That don't look desperate to me. That look like he out here. Somebody done gave him a cell phone. They gave him the watch back. He has some stashes pushed away. Yeah, apparently he got some connections. If he really got some connections, and I'm not advocating for this, all right? I think that people need to be back in jail. If he really got some connections, then he need to be out of the country. You know, again, I don't think that this is about his case no more. I think that this is about whether or not they are getting embarrassed. I think he's embarrassing. He's embarrassing the system, and they don't like that shit. I don't like that. You ain't gonna be out here embarrassing us, out here making us look stupid too. I don't like that. That's bad. That's bad. And so somebody gonna lose their job. The longer that he's out, the more that he's running around, the more that he's out here in these streets, the more likely it is that somebody gonna get replaced. And so, you know, judges, sheriffs, deputies, governors, mayors, city council people, everybody is probably running around with their heads cut off. Everybody is probably running around with their heads cut off. I don't think that anybody is not nervous right now. Police chiefs, wardens, everybody. And so he making them look bad. And they ain't even talking about the other guy. The other guy, they don't even know where the other guy is. The other guy's probably out here living his best life too. Only Batman can find him. I bet you he done already got some box. He probably done linked up with some hoes. He's out here living his best life. He ain't tripping about none of this. He ain't tripping about none of this. He out here having a good time and making it stretch. I can't believe that he's been out as long as he has. I would start a new Instagram. I would start a TikTok. I would monetize. I would tell jail stories. I would do all of that. Not before I went to my birthday bash, though. Not before I went to Not before I went to my birthday bash. Bash Cash is in the building. I will be out here doing what I do. That's crazy, bro. Let me see something. He can't be out here living his best life like that. And they had raided the home too, didn't they?
Well, tonight a viral video on social media shows Antoine Massey discussing his escape. The video prompted police to...
I don't want to look at that one. Yeah, he chilling, bro. He chilling. He ain't tripping off of none of this, bro. He's slow motion. He having a good time. He having his way out here in these streets. Y'all said he probably saw Sinners in theaters. He going on the 20v1. Ah. They said he going on a 20v1. Yeah, bro. He about to have his way. But if he's still out here on the 15th, I'm going to try to reach out to him and see if we can make something shake. I'm going to reach out to his auntie. Yo, auntie, can we make some shit? Can they arrest me for that? Him on Pop the Balloon? Black is back. You never apologize. We're going to have to time you out. Black is back 215. If you don't apologize, I didn't forget. I'm going to have to time you out permanently. I'm going to reach out to his auntie and say, what's going on? Hey, auntie. Would they be able to get me in jail over that? Just Montina? Why? How could they get me in jail because I did a live stream with him? Vlad asked to do a private interview with him before turning himself in. I don't like Vlad. I genuinely don't. I just don't like him. And it's no rhyme or reason. I don't think that he's doing anything wrong in particular. I just don't like him. I don't like Vlad personally. I don't like his style. I don't like that snitching. I don't like. I don't think that he's doing anything bad. I just, when I watch him, something just rubs me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like that you can never turn your back on him. You can never really. Ugh. Where's Black is back? Did he apologize? What are we talking about next, y'all? Let me make some suggestions before I read super chats. Did Black is back apologize, y'all? If Black is back didn't apologize, and then y'all can go ahead and block him. Let me see what else. Vlad making us look bad. Russia in him. Vlad shouldn't be able to speak on the culture as much as he does. I don't like Whack 100 either. I don't like Whack 100. BD says, Anton, I'm getting married. You ain't even got a profile picture. I don't even know if you're a girl or a guy. I want you to be my best man. What's his name? BD. What's his name? AD, I'm getting married. I want to be my best name. Well, what's his name? Who's your boyfriend that you're getting married to? His name is Rashad. Yeah, I figured that. I don't go to sassy weddings, big dog. I don't go to sassy. You said you did apologize. Why you got to get disrespectful? That's the problem. Why even get to the point to where you got to get timed out and blocked in the first place? Let him chill, y'all. He said he apologized. I don't know if I believe him or not, but I don't like that shit. I don't like it at all. Let's see. Let's go with, I got a husband of a missing pregnant woman admits he killed her during an argument. I have 12 nail salon employees taken into federal custody. Russia launching one of the largest air attacks days after Ukraine. Yeah, I'm over Russia, kind of, sort of. Y'all want to do the nail salon? I knew the women was going to say the nail salon employees. All right, let me see what I got right here. This is down in Atlanta, too. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, Kim Jong-un and them is getting arrested. Trump ain't messing around with y'all. I like Fridays. Fridays is kind of unscripted. You can kind of go in and say what you want to say when you want to say it.
Thousands of undocumented immigrants have been detained here in Georgia since January. Just yesterday, 12 nail salon workers were arrested in Marietta. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond is live from Lux Nail Lounge in Marietta's town center. Is anybody there today, Sarah?
No, there's not. There's actually now a sign, a handwritten sign here on the front door saying they are closed today due to water issues. But less than 24 hours ago here, 12 workers were taken into custody by federal immigration agents. A video posted by Homeland Security Investigations in Atlanta shows agents detaining a dozen undocumented workers at Lux Nail Lounge in Marietta Wednesday afternoon. HSI says hiring people who come into the U.S. illegally is a federal crime, and the employer, they say, will be held accountable. But one man who goes by Angel says he saw the raid unfold and says it made his stomach turn.
I don't understand how raiding these people at this business that serves this community is doing anything but hurting our community.
But Tom Homan, President Trump's border czar, has doubled down, saying there is no sanctuary in the U.S. for people.
You know what I've learned about white people? White people are the biggest apologists of all times. I think that y'all ancestors would be absolutely disappointed in y'all. I've said that before, and I'm standing 10 toes on it. I have never seen a group of people that tried to overcorrect on the things that their ancestors did back in the day and try to appease and make black people feel good about their decisions. I've never seen it before in my life. White people love being guilty. Black people being victims. White people like feeling guilty. White people like trying to overcorrect for their wrongs, and they like to try to fix things, and they like to be apologists. I don't understand. What did they do? What they do? Let them go. Oh my God, they're serving a community. What is going on here? Listen, guys. You know what? Because you wouldn't do it to me. You wouldn't do it to me. You wouldn't do it to me. Do it to me. Hey, put me in the cuffs. Put me in the cuffs. Yeah, white people love apologizing. They love it. They love putting themselves in the middle of it. That's one of the reasons why we made so much progress. It wasn't just because Rosa Parks was the person that they promoted as the person that stood up on the back of the bus. Rosa Parks wasn't. All of it is propaganda. Rosa Parks, as great as she is, and we love Rosa Parks. I'm not taking anything from it. Rosa Parks, as great as she is, she wasn't even the black woman that stood up and refused to sit on the back of the bus. They had another example of a woman, and that's so unfortunate because have you noticed that we never correct things and we want to just make sure that we keep our props up instead of actually acknowledging? What about the family of the woman that actually refused to sit at the back of the bus that they then leveraged to create this narrative so that we can create a Rosa Parks? And then also because Rosa Parks was a lighter skinned woman and she was a better looking woman and, you know, she fit the narrative and she fit it. And so they planted her in there so that she could be the one that take the cake, you know, to be the face of the movement, because the more darker skinned woman wasn't. Am I going too deep? Claudette Colvin? Am I going too deep? Am I going too deep or should I stop? Because the black community did it too. The black community, they're no better than the very people that they say are racist. And you know why? Because they're all props, propaganda, if it's not popularized. And this was way back in the day. This is way back in the day. They didn't like the darker skinned woman. You want to see what Claudette looked like? Let me show you what she really looked like. This is Claudette, y'all. They don't give Claudette no love. No love. You know why? Because her face was a little too fat. Her face was a little too fat, so they didn't have no love for Claudette. They said, your hair ain't right. Your face ain't right. Nobody's going to get behind the movement. We need somebody else with a better name and simple to. We can't even really, Claudette. Who's a Claudette? And so they brought in Rosa. Rosa sounds something a little different. Rosa Parks. Claudette was a little too dark. Her hair was a little too short. She had a little bit too much to say, stood up for herself too much. And so they removed Claudette and they made sure that, they put up Rosa. Rosa lived right down the street. She lived right down the street. Rosa, I believe, died right here in Detroit in the Riverfront Apartments. That's literally 2 blocks away from me. 2 blocks away from me, I believe that she stayed at the Riverfront Apartments here in Detroit. Now, I could be wrong about that. But they marketed it differently. And then you got these white apologists who we're thankful for, because the white apologists are also the ones that became the biggest advocates for Black people. They said, you know what? We want to get on the bus. Freedom riders. Black people don't even acknowledge white apologists. We don't even give a fuck about y'all. You really want to know the truth. Black people don't acknowledge white apologists. Nobody cares about the freedom riders. Nobody cares about the ones that stood in front of the fire hoses with Black people as the dogs was getting sick on them. They said, well, you should have been there. You should have been there. It was your ancestors that enslaved us. They don't show y'all no love. They don't show y'all no love. No love. No matter how much your ancestors got voluntarily bit by the dogs, they don't care nothing about you. I'm telling you that Black people, Chinese people, immigrants, they don't care about anything. Nothing about you. People that are racist, when you align with them, you say, we're standing up for you, Black people. I remember when this whole certain movements popped off. And white people was on the internet saying, don't worry about it, Black people. We got you this time. You can rest at home. Nobody give a fuck. Nobody cared. Boy, you fought a stupid war. You fought a diversity, equity, and inclusion war, and ain't nobody gonna give you no award for it. They ain't gonna give you no box. They ain't gonna give you no nothing. No nothing. The real heroes suffer. And then they die. And then they may get acknowledged after they die. But the real heroes like Claudette Colvin, ain't nobody's acknowledging her. You're not a hero. You're not a hero. You're not a hero. You'll never be celebrated. Do you know who the people that get celebrated? The people that self-promote. It's the me's. I'll be a hero. Every opportunity that I get. When I go into my algorithm, right, and I put it in and I say, hey, here, I'll show it to you. Let me give you an example. Let me show you why I'm going to be a hero. Let's say, for example, I'm doing a new video, right? Let's say, for example, I'm putting up a new video. This is a video that I'm going to be releasing later on today, right? And then I go and I say, hashtag Anton Daniels. I have over 15,000 videos at about 900 channels around me. My name is going to be in the algorithm and it's going to grow. Over 15,000 people, over 900 channels have spoken about me. I'm going to be the hero, not you. I'm going to be the hero. Me, not you. So if you decide that you want to be a white apologist, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I could teach you how to market yourself. You need to join the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to be a white apologist, yeah, we stand with the Berkeley Act with their clothes on. Boy, they ain't gonna remember you. They don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you, big dog. I don't understand why they're doing this in the community, because they're illegal. Because they came over here. Have you not wondered why they were able to get the funding to ultimately open up this huge business to where they're taking care of your sister's nails? Because let's be clear, white people go and get their nails done too. White people, black people, they all go get their nails done. Y'all don't mind Patriot. You know what's so funny? Let me go off. I'm just gonna get it all off my chest right now, just as I talk. You know what's so funny about y'all? You know why black people irritate me sometimes? The culture. You know why the black culture is very irritating to me? Because they will sit here and say, support black businesses. Let me show you how hypocritical they are. Support black businesses. Get on it. Why aren't we have our dollars circulating in our community? And then they'll go and get their nails done by an illegal. So why you ain't going to get your nails done by Keisha? Keisha got an attitude. Keisha, you know, I feel like Keisha is going to be looking at my boyfriend if I go to her. And Keisha don't have gel. Ain't that what y'all say? She don't have gel. She don't have the shellac. Okay, so rock out with Keisha until she get her gel and her shellac. Don't you want to support your community? Keep the dollar. Skip all that. I support black people the whole time on live inside of Ling Ling's illegal parlor. The whole time they supporting Ling Ling. They didn't ask Ling Ling where she was from. All they did was market to you. The reason that you hate white people so much is because you were told to hate white people. You don't even know no racist white people in real life. You don't know none. What's their name if you know them? What's their name? What's the name of the white person that was racist to you? Tell me who they are and tell me what they did to you and how they took your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The only reason that you hate white people is because you were told to hate white people by other black people that was angry at white people, and it was marketed to them so that they can continue to become a part of the prison industrial complex. It's the only reason that you hate white people. You don't even know them. You don't know Ling Ling and them either, but you're giving them their money. You don't know nothing about them. You don't even know if they Chinese. You keep calling them Korean and they Vietnamese. Vietnamese. You don't even know what they are. Oh, I'm going to the Chinese people. She ain't even Chinese. She Vietnamese. Or she Korean. Or she Thai. Y'all so racist. Y'all put them all in the same boat. Everybody is by default Chinese until otherwise. Oh, nope, you don't consider nobody else. Japanese. Nope. Chinese. I'm Korean. North or south. Vet. Everybody is Chinese until otherwise documented. But you white apologists, y'all are the ones that go left every single time. And they don't even like you. Don't you know that they talk about y'all? Oh man, you know what your award is, white apologists? Your award is this makeshift fake barbecue that they keep inviting you to. Ooh, look at him. Look at him standing up. And he talking like a black man. He invited to the barbecue, girl. What barbecue? Where are all of these barbecues that everybody gets to go to that I'm not familiar with? You get to go to the fake barbecue that's on TikTok. That's what you did. You can go to this fake barbecue. Everybody keeps saying everybody invited to the barbecue. Where is it? Because I have not seen one white person hanging out at the barbecue. Because every time you bring a white woman there, it don't matter whether or not she doing what's that song? Ooh, we gotta do the fan. Ooh, every time they pop up, you always saying that they stealing. Culture vultures. Culture vulture. She ain't even hitting it that well. She ain't even hitting it that well. Every time I see a white woman pull up, y'all say that she not invited to the barbecue, no matter how black she is. And now y'all want to say everybody invited to the barbecue. Where's the barbecue at? Boots on the ground, is that what it's called? Ooh. Who was invited to the barbecue? D. Henry said he just turned this around on black people. The white man wasn't talking about black people. Black people don't have nothing to do with this. Actually, I was talking about Asian people, and they was getting it at the nail salon, but everybody getting this smoke today because it's Friday, and I feel like getting it off my chest. I've been holding this in. Everybody getting it. Boots on the ground, Asians, white people, black people, men, women, everybody getting brought to the front of the congregation. This wasn't even about white people, but you hate white people so much. You hate white people so much that you want to make it about white people. We aren't even talking about white people. He just so happened to be the one to stick up for the illegal migrants. Why is he an apologist? Why is he an apologist? Why do y'all always apologize to black people when y'all tell them the truth? Listen, if you did something wrong, I would understand it. But why do y'all always feel compelled to apologize to black people? And y'all don't even apologize to black men. You apologize to black women. And then you pick the dustiest women to apologize to as though they give a fuck what you think about. I'm sorry. And it's always white women too. And then it's always a white man that's right behind her. I'm sorry, black people. We promise to be more diverse. Have y'all ever noticed that when white people say the blacks, it sounds racist no matter how they try to say it? Whether they say the blacks, black people, they always pause because there's no way that they could say it without somebody accusing them of being racist. Have y'all noticed that? No, because when they because I know plenty of blacks. Not that way, honey. I know plenty of the blacks. Oh my God. I didn't mean anything by it. I got black friends. Oh, that's bad too. No matter how they frame it, no matter how they frame it, it always comes out the same way. So now this is what white people do. They say, because if they know that you're aligned with them, so if you're conservative or you're Republican, chances are that you don't align with the culture, right? So then you'll talk to them, you say, yeah, man, because I mean, they'll wait for you, and then you say it, they say, well, you can say it, I can't. Man, listen, bro. I can talk like this all day, every day. I can get up on a stage and just talk for 2-3 hours. I could do this all day, every day. We got to get back to the core of the story. All right, let's continue.
Community is doing anything but hurting our community.
But Tom Homan, President Trump's border czar, has doubled down, saying there is no sanctuary in the U.S. for people who come here illegally.
It's a violation of law to enter this country legally. That's a crime. So if you're in the country legally, you got a problem.
Homan says he wants to see an even higher number of arrests nationwide, now aiming for 3,000 across the country per day.
We added additional targeting to give more information on where these people can be found. So we've increased targeting, we've increased teams, we've increased assets. So yes, it's certainly attainable.
James Wu with Asian Americans Advancing Justice Atlanta says these raids are having a, quote, chilling effect on communities and businesses. He encourages people to create preparedness plans and know their rights.
What they need to do if they do encounter ICE agents or ICE officials, whether it's at their work or a place of business or even a place of worship.
We're not worried about that, James. Everybody going. You don't have no rights here, bro. No breaks. You're here illegally, your rights have been revoked. Your rights have... Y'all think he got a weave? He ain't got no weave. He ain't got no weave. Ain't no weave. That's his whole head, big dog. Anyways, let's see what else we got going on. Let me read some of y'all super chats. Supreme by Nature TV says, "Did you read my super chat? I pretty good. I pretty good, thought. I read every super chat." Gary Fairley says, "Who's the bigger villain, Antoine Massey or Diddy?" I don't think either one of them are a villain. I think both of them got a case to be made to be free. Abe the Hunter says he's gonna impregnate about 10 different females while he's out. Facts. J Ben says he should drop the race part 2 on some Tay-K energy. Not Tay-K. Anton, have you heard of Palantir Technologies? Yeah, they try to tie Palantir into Trump. Of course, I've heard of it. Quarterboy says he beat you to the I Choose You 2 tour. No, he didn't. We already on tour. You be capping how you gonna say black snitches. I thought you said black people don't need that mindset. Oh. All right. So let me break it down for the slow people in the back. All right. Even though we in room 9, we have levels to the room 9. All right. So here's the thing, is that I would never interview somebody under the premise that I could profit for them while at the same time getting them in trouble. I just wouldn't be involved in that type of environment in the first place. I would not be working with federal agents to get people jacked up. Now, that is much different than I'm living in a neighborhood. I am a civilian. I don't sell drugs. I don't do anything. And I want my property value to go up. And I want my daughter to be able to walk to school. And so if I see some jack boys that's out there and I know who the people that are doing it, those people should be off the street because I'm a civilian. I'm amazed at how people that are slow always try to tie in something that is completely unrelated to something that has nothing to do with the subject that I'm talking about. And you don't even have an original B Mandilo. You boss Mandilo? Come on, man, stop, bro. Stop. Shout out to Prosper Realty. Shout out to you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Claudette looks like she just had a pudding. Ben, you a mess, bro. 392Q Rosa Parks died in her home. 3201 Virginia Park Street in Detroit in a duplex. DJ Ace Production says some young hole or holy-ish do the best manis and petties. Anton might as well invest in black wife beaters. I got some of them too. Talking about these right here. Yeah, I got them all day long. AD, how can someone married to a white woman not be an advocate for black excellence? But all these black Democrats can follow white liberals to the ballot box to vote for our own worst interests. That's a fair point. Mr. Lott said facts. A waiter tried to tell me how he stopped watching football after Colin Kaepernick, thinking I would find that compassionate. I didn't get one flying. I love y'all. Oz loves y'all. Hopefully I read all of the super chats because y'all sitting here complaining. Always got something to complain about. Always something to complain about. Here, this is the ultimate gist of the whole thing. Is that if you're a good person, I love you. If you're a bad person, I don't love you. But I hope you become a good person, regardless if you're a man or a woman, Asian, black, white, Hispanic, European, whatever. All right. All right, y'all. I hate ending the show. I don't like it. I love you, Jennifer. Desiree, you have fun today. Brandy, you have fun today. Great show, everybody. Hey, are y'all part of the Patreon? If you're not a part of the Patreon, go and check it out. Make an evaluation of whether or not you think it's best for you. It's a great resource, and I do plan on doing another live stream in 3 days and go and rewatch the last one. What's up, Sabrina? I think it's going to be a good show tonight. It's going to be a phenomenal show tonight. AD, you got to start live streaming in real life. I got your email, Just Brown Girl in America. I'm literally reading it right now. No, I am not going to the Kendrick Lamar show on Tuesday. Y'all want to see the IRL live streams? Do y'all know what IRL live streams is in real life with the cameraman, or you just live streaming on a platform and you just kicking it with the people? If I did an IRL live stream, then it would have to be on the Darth Anton channel. No, I don't plan. I do not plan on releasing my own crypto coin. No, I do not. Here, y'all can ask me any question. I'll stick around with y'all for a little bit longer. But Just a Brown Girl in America, I got your email, baby. I do not plan on releasing my own crypto coin. I don't like them pump and dumps. You need your second coaching call? Island Style. All right, babe. I got you. I promise you I'm gonna start doing coaching calls. See you tonight. Went to the Kendrick show at SoFi, didn't like it. You didn't like the Kendrick show. Then Anton, Anton posts the location. I'm gonna do it today. For the meetup, I'm gonna do it today, Spaces. I'm not doing a sports channel. I don't have the time. I don't have the capacity. I don't have any of that. Do y'all want me to start streaming? I am a streamer for real. Do y'all want me to start streaming on the Darth Anton channel? In addition to dropping vlogs? That's the only channel that I'll do an IRL stream on. I don't have the capacity for a movie review channel. I love cars. I love everything about cars. Wednesday night show back. And I could do the IRL on the Darth Anton channel. Why you post Minister Jap like that? Cause man, I didn't even know that guy at first. And then next thing you know, I started seeing him talk about me. And then I didn't care about the fact that he was talking about me. I just cared about the fact that he got overly disrespectful. I don't like people that start bringing up other people's families. So I decided to troll a little bit, but he's not worthy, I don't think, of really getting into it because he don't have a big enough platform to talk about it. 5% of my TSP contribution. Do you think I should up it? Not to the end of the year. Up your TSP at the end of the year. Car review channel. Shout out to Lex. Lex, I got your email. Don't overextend yourself. I'm already overextended. I want to do. I think I'm gonna do some live streams on the Darth Anton channel. Shout out to Black is Back. He back, y'all. AI, we live streaming about AI on Monday. Are you going to make any trips to North Carolina? Yep. What's the name of the black t-shirts that you get on Amazon? I don't know. It's cut out. Let me see. You know why I don't want to give it right away? Because I feel like they should be paying me for it. Maybe I should do an Amazon store. Shout out to Chip the Great. Shout out to Artifacts. What's your recommendation for a profile picture when linked to companies that have social media policies? Just a clean picture, cool background. Make sure you show your teeth, and it don't have to be professional. It could just be chill. Birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tiffany. Of course, I'm always finding another hustle. Explain the different levels of the Patreon. The different levels of the Patreon are the early adopters. The early adopters are the people that got it early for $9. And so they locked in. They never have to change the price. They're going to get all of the best. The second level of the Patreon is the same thing as the early adopters. The problem is they just got it at the discounted rate because I was being nice. I would open it up right now, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You heading to the Yale campaign school next week? I should open up the early adopters. And then the third tier it's a limited amount of spots. It's only 50 spots for the third tier. So that's more access. Shout out to ABJ's Wise True and Small, Darth Anton merchandise. Do it for the vine. Renew my early adopter membership for the year. Yeah, it's only $9. So shout out to just my. Let me see you. I like you. I like you a lot. How was the Grand Prix? It was dope. Somebody said what was the last movie that I watched inside of the theaters. It was the one with Mickey 13. Was it Mickey 13? I think that was the last show, the last thing that I seen in theaters. I think it was Mickey 13 or whatever that is. Do you still work on your own cars as a hobby? No. I like to buy my cars already together. So I can just get on them and drive them. And then I have people that maintain them for me and take them back and forth. Mickey 17. Yeah, Mickey 17. That's the last thing that I seen in theaters. What's your next car purchase? A GT3 RS? My daughter wants me to get either a M4 competition. She wants me to get like an M4 competition, or she wants me to get a Trackhawk. But I am against that. I think that my next car is going to be the Temerario in 2026 because I already got too many cars as it is. Did I take delivery of my Navigator yet? Yep. I drive it every day. See? Oh. Or maybe I can show you a little picture. I drive it every day almost. I actually vlogged it. It's dope. So that's what it looks like in the inside. That's what I drive on. That's my daily right now as a Navigator. So. Am I moving once my view get blocked in the building? No, I'm not moving. It's a lot of famous people that live in this building. Eminem's daughter live here. He was on the rooftop for her baby shower. I just ran into 42 Doug the other day. It's a couple NFL players that live here. A couple NBA players that I ran into that live here. It's a lot. It's like the who's who is living in this building. The who's who lives in this building. No Corvette in the future. Only if it's a ZR1, because the Corvettes is like the Lamborghinis in Detroit. Because we General Motors, Ford, Chrysler. So like the car too. You know how everybody kind of got a Lamborghini over in Miami? They ride the Lamborghini, they'll get a Huracan. Here it's a Corvette. The Corvette is our Huracan here, so you're gonna see a lot of them. And I don't like to be in the same visibility as everybody else. I got a black label, by the way. I got a black label. How much is my rent? In this building? Which building? In my studio? This building, what? How much is my rent where? You got to clarify. How much is my rent? I can drive a manual. I don't have any manuals right now, but I can drive a manual. Have I seen the electric Lambo? It's not 100% electric. It's a hybrid. Am I going on Fresh and Fit? Yeah, in July. I'll be there in July. I live my life like an open book, so I don't mind. Please say hi to my husband at Just Christian, who's watching from. Shout out to Just Christian. I love him. Watching from Ohio. I'm watching from the Philippines. Your live stream connects us in a way. Shout out to you, Filipino success, and shout out to Just Christian. I didn't know you was a passport, bro. This is not a one bedroom apartment. This is a penthouse. What am I paying here? Let's see. What was my last payment? It was. I got the best spot in here. I have the top spot in this entire building. Let me switch this around real quick. Mirroring. That's my payment at the top. See it in green? $10,675.35. That's how much I pay for my spot. But this is not my apartment. This is a corporate apartment. This is a business apartment. I got a studio that I have too. I have a studio that I pay for. I got this is my corporate apartment. This is not my actual official residence at all. Am I building a mansion? Yes, I am building a mansion. This is not in my name. This is in my business's name. So. Am I going to do a meetup in Atlanta? Yes, I'm going to do a meetup in Atlanta. You should move here from Flint. It's beautiful. I'm looking at a speedboat go across the water. Looking at Canada. I'm looking at everything. Yeah, this is not in my name. This is in my business name. Where do I recommend getting my teeth done? I got my teeth done. Should I tell you where I got my teeth done? I got my teeth done at. I gotta ask Rita. That's because you in Chicago, Lex. Should I tell y'all where I got my teeth done? I don't know about free promotion though. And my teeth are perfect. I don't got them Gucci Mane teeth. See that? My stuff is perfect though. You said just name the city, Miami. I got my teeth done in Miami. They a beast. Where I got my teeth done, they are all of that. It's the best place that I've ever got. I paid I don't know. I think I paid like 20,000. But I had to get some extra work because see the thing about getting your teeth done. Let me tell you all about getting your teeth done. I'm a stream on Darth Anton channel. All right, so we'll do these Q&As, all of these, and all of this, whatever. Right. I had braces earlier in my life, but my orthodontist. This was when I was much younger, as a teenager. My orthodontist wasn't that great. It wasn't a great orthodontist. So I had braces when I was younger, but my mouth was overcrowded. So I had 4 teeth removed because I had like dog teeth when I was younger, right? It was like growing on top of each other, like these teeth was like growing over the top. That was like overcrowded. So I had to get 4 teeth removed, and then I got braces to bring them back in. When I got my braces off, I never wore a retainer. So I had developed a gap right here. Anyways, long story short, when my wisdom teeth grew in, they were growing in crooked. They were growing in like this instead of like this and like this. They were growing in like that. So they were bumping up against my other teeth, and it was causing a problem because it was like I could never, you know what I'm saying, get this tooth fixed. So anyways, I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out. And when I went down to Miami, my teeth that they were bumping up against were still damaged from them growing up there like that. But anyways, long story short, when I went down to Miami to the place to get my teeth done, they did all of the dental work. Like they go through, they make sure that you don't have no cavities. It's not just a cleaning, because a lot of these places, like don't go to Atlanta to just some rinky dink or anything like that. Don't do that. Go to a place that actually does real dental work. They'll go in, they get everything done, they make sure that you got all of your stuff straight. They make sure the teeth that you have are perfect before they start to actually put your veneers on. Now, when you get veneers, there's 2 different types of veneers. They got like these temporaries, and they just put them over your teeth real quick. And then they have the porcelain, right? The porcelain veneers is the top dog. They're like your real teeth. They're permanent. They're your real teeth. But essentially, the porcelain veneers go over your fixed teeth, and then you have to maintain them and get them clean. You still got to go to the dentist or whatever like that. And so that's what I did. I got the full thing. If you don't look, when you do something to yourself, when you get something done, spend the money. Is worth it. Like, cool, I get it. You don't want to wear expensive clothes, but when you're going to get something done cosmetic, like your teeth or something like that, don't slack on that. Get your teeth done, get your stuff done. It's worth it. It's worth it in the end. All right. It's really, really worth it. Don't go and do no cheap stuff. Don't go and get people to do work on your body and nothing. If you're going to get something done, get it done. Like, spend the money for real, and don't halfway do stuff, because it's like, this is your permanent. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at my stuff. My junk is gorgeous. And then they like let you pick the shade. You can pick like the ultra white. You can pick like a natural white. You can pick a coffee white. I don't know why anybody would pick a coffee white. But my stuff is perfect, bro. Literally, it's perfect. So don't halfway do your teeth. Spend the money. Meth yellow. Anton used to be a lichen. Facts. 100%. I agree, Lex. I agree. Be careful in Atlanta. Every woman you hug ain't a Decepticon. Stay sharp. I don't fuck with nobody that I don't know. I got to know you. How did I manage my first 100K profit? I paid everything off. My first 100K profit, I threw it all into paying off the houses that I own. You got to get rid of the money, man. You got to get rid of the money. You going to see Superman? I still ain't seen the Accountant 2 yet. I'm still trying to see the Accountant 2. Oh, I might have went and seen Sinners. I don't know which came out first, Mickey 17 or Sinners. I went and seen Sinners at the theaters too. Women love pretty teeth. You glad my teeth look like teeth instead of teeth? Counting 2, going to watching Ballerina today. Mickey 17, John Wick, still busy and I'm out. Shout out to my girl Mika, Amateur's Heart. That looks good. Counting 2 is on Prime. Okay, well then I'll watch Accountant 2 right now. Superman was trash. All right. Well, listen. Was it difficult to start your success journey? No one did it like you, so I had to start the original. That's impressive. Honestly, you just got to stop giving a fuck. The minute that you stop caring what other people think about you is when you'll start to actually go through the process to be successful. You gotta be the weird one. You gotta be the person that don't give a fuck about anything that anybody says. You just gotta do it. Everybody thought I was, man, I'm telling you, bro. Everybody except for the people that were closest to me. It was probably 4 people that believed in me when I said I'm about to start this YouTube channel. Man, people thought I was stupid. People still today, they say dumb shit. They say stuff like, well, if you so rich, why are you on YouTube? Nigga, do you know how much money I make? Why wouldn't I be on YouTube? You think I want to go out here and hustle and still do the shit that I used to do in order to make money and start businesses and all of that? Man, I don't want to do that shit no more. I want to be comfortable. I want to do what I want to do. I'm 43 years old. I done already hustled. I worked for half my fucking life. Why wouldn't I? That's the dumbest fucking question ever. But the people, they didn't believe in me. It's a lot of people that thought I was dumb. They thought I was dumb with a lot of the different businesses that I started. Until I wasn't. Now is, goddamn, man. I want to be like you. Well, if you want to do what I do, then you got to do you got to do something unconventional. You got to do something unconditional. And it don't have to be YouTube. It could be anything that you think is going to make sense. Everybody is going to doubt you. People are going to doubt you. People are going to tell you that you can't do it or you stupid, or whatever. It's how much money is rich? I think that rich is when you get to the point to where you can have resources to maintain the lifestyle that you have without ever needing to make another dime. If you got enough money to maintain the lifestyle that you have, meaning that you don't have to downgrade at all, right? And it's not a number attached to that. It's going to be a different number for everybody. To me, is if you can maintain the lifestyle that you have without having a downgrade, then for the rest of your life, that's when you know you're rich. Slimmy said the new Karate Kid was trash. Doctorate in business administration worth it? No, it's not. I don't even know what you would use that for. Did you ever finish editing that interview? Nope, I sure didn't. Email for the coaching call, please. I need to figure out a slot, though. It's the same email, AntonDaniels413@gmail.com. All right, y'all. Fun show. Friday, winged it. BZE says, based on the recent things happening in the news, that would be good niche to get into. I'm a video editor looking for a niche to help businesses. Filipino success. Thank you. I appreciate you. And again, shout out to Just Christian. Venomous says, did you always know you would be this successful? Yep. I absolutely did. I've always thought that I was going to be great. Always. Lex P, please, says, Anton, I'm ready to move back to the South. City life is not for me. That's because you ain't in the right city. That's because you ain't in the right city. Come kick it with your boy up in Detroit. I'll show you a good time. I will show you a good time. Anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all tonight. I might be live streaming this weekend. As a matter of fact, I will be live streaming this weekend on the Darth Anton channel. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. The Darth Anton channel, with Darth, the A in Darth is really a V. So it's Darth Anton with the V. Darth is with a V. All right? Darth Anton. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.